Medium or large?
I have swollen testicles.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts, Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Welcome to a summer-like Wednesday here in New York City. Good morning, good afternoon. How are you? Evan and Tiki on The Fan. For the next 4 hours, we got a lot to discuss. Anthony Volpe's winning back a shortstop job. The New York Knicks are getting set for the NBA Finals. Tiki Barber may have to take an L. I was watching last night's Western Conference Finals game like a scout. Like, I always love the conference finals. It's not something I ignore unless my team just got beat in horrible fashion right before that. So I always watch the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. But last night, I found myself like a scout. I found myself taking notes. I found myself kind of weighing the options of these two opponents. And one thing that jumps out at me, and I think it jumps out at everybody, Tiki, I think it's the number one thing that absolutely is in your face if you're a New York Knicks fan and you start to envision who you're going to face in the NBA Finals. And it's the fact that SGA is an artist. He is brilliant at baiting, at confusing, at confounding, and at getting to the free throw line. And I know there are Knicks fans, be honest with us, who watched last night's game and actually started cursing at the TV as if the Knicks were the Spurs, because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is utterly brilliant at drawing fouls. It is an art form, bro.
17 free throws he took last night.
Yes.
And some of them were off ball, just kind of standing around. He's seeking out the whoever is coming in to get the rebound or whatever the shot is going to the shot is going to be, and he just leans into him and goes to the ground.
Yeah.
And then he gets two shots on the other side.
Yes.
It's maddening to actually watch someone get away with that. And it's maddening that the ref is sitting there like, oh, yep, that's a foul, even though it's not a foul.
Yes.
It happened over and over and over again throughout this postseason. We talk about Jalen Brunson being a flopper. SGA might be the king of flopping.
Well, that is what's so incredible. So we have this great sound effect from Walt Clyde Frazier where he says this.
You know, Brunson flops a lot.
And I have fun with that. And we all kind of know that Jalen Brunson flops. And you remember last year in Detroit with the crowd chanting, flopper, flopper,
Yes.
flopper. Jalen Brunson does not get to the free throw line even in the same stratosphere as SGA.
Yes.
And so I found myself last night, as he was getting to the free throw line, examining this.
Yes.
Because there's a really good chance we are looking at Knicks Thunder. This series is not over. I'm not saying it is. Obviously, San Antonio can defend home court tomorrow night, force a seventh game, and you never know. Okay, so this series is not over. But I think for a while, we've always assumed that if the Knicks get to the NBA Finals, it's likely the Oklahoma City Thunder. So last night, as I'm staying up to the wee hours watching this, I start to examine SGA versus Jalen Brunson because, again, we accuse Brunson of being a flopper.
Right.
Let's play a game. In any game this season, you could pick the game. Doesn't matter.
Right.
What are the most amount of free throws Jalen Brunson has taken in any game the regular season?
I would say 12.
That's a great guess. The answer is 13.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what the answer is for SGA?
I mean, he had 17 last night, so I'm going to assume it's like 22.
That's a great guess, but higher.
What?
26.
Oh, my goodness.
26. And here's my favorite part, because these numbers are mind-numbing. So Jalen Brunson took 13 free throws. That was his season high during the regular season. Do you know how many times SGA took 13 or more free throws during the regular season?
I'm going to say 70.
That's 70? That would be every game.
I know.
15 times.
Okay.
There were 15 games this season where SGA took more free throws than the season high of Jalen Brunson. Do you know how many times in Jalen Brunson's career he's reached double digits shooting free throws in the postseason?
Twice.
10 times.
10. Okay.
SGA's done it 27 times. Like, this man, and like, I know for a lot of Knicks fans, it's going to be, I hate this guy, screw the officials, and I totally understand and respect that sentiment, but I'm almost saying this as I'm in awe. Like, he's not cheating. He's doing what he needs to do to confuse officials and get to the free throw line. So you don't have to like it. You don't have to enjoy it. You don't have to compliment him, but I'm going to compliment him because anytime Jalen Brunson does it, obviously not to the level of SGA, I always say, dude, he's playing basketball.
I don't understand how the officials are confused by this because so much of it is him leaning into a shot and then going to the ground, whether he's touched or not, whether he's fouled or not. Every time he takes a shot and there's someone near him, he ends up on the ground. It almost is the complaint that we had, and we bitched about it with Karl Anthony Towns. How he's always on the ground.
Right.
Every time he goes to the basket, he's on the ground. And we make it like it's this like we're shaming him. But when you talk about it with SGA, it's like, wow, look how smart he is.
Because he's not getting the calls.
Look how talented he is.
No, because if Karl Anthony Towns was on the floor and then getting up to shoot free throws, nobody would be complaining.
Yeah.
We complain when you end up on the floor.
Well, how does SGA get him and Cat not?
Well, I think that size has something to do with that. Yeah. I think the craftiness of SGA. Look, Jalen Brunson is incredibly crafty as well. And it is kind of surprising, and you can draw your own conclusions from it on how Jalen Brunson, who does flop, who is crafty, who does take a lot of contact, how does he get to the free throw line so many fewer times than SGA? It's a great question because it's not close. It's not like, oh, SGA has a slight advantage. He doubles him.
Double, right.
He destroys him. I just gave you the numbers. Like, the numbers are unbelievable, and it can be the difference in the NBA Finals. And it's not just the points you get from the line. It's the fouls that are going to be called on key players, which could subsequently get them into foul trouble. Like, that's the other aspect that's so huge about a potential matchup with this guy. If Jalen Brunson ends up in foul trouble early, that's a problem.
Of course
if
it is.
Karl Anthony Towns, and we know Karl Anthony Towns is prone to this, where he commits those dumb fouls, those frustrating fouls, and he ends up in foul trouble early, that's a problem. Whether it's Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby, because I think they'll throw different bodies at SGA, again, if that's the opponent. But it's not just his ability to get to the line 20 times or 25 times and add 17 points in a given game. It's also the foul trouble he can get you in.
Right.
And so as you watched last night, get ready for that.
Yeah.
Because he is going to be public enemy number one like we've never seen in this town.
This is going to piss people off.
Yeah.
Especially if it feels like it's not being called the right way. Or equally. Forget the right way, because that could be either or. If it's not being called equally, it's going to be the talk. You can already predict it. It's going to be the issue of this finals. What's the referee's impact on these games?
100%.
Why are we not worried about these two teams, whoever they end up being, battling it out on the court? Let the guys with the balls in their hand be the deciding factor, not the referees. That's going to be a narrative in this final. And I hate when that happens because yes, the refs have a job to do, but they're also part of the entertainment side of it, which is to me, it has no place in the NBA final. But it is what it is, and we know what's going to happen because of these two guys, especially if it's SGA and Jalen Brunson.
Well, it's SGA more so than Jalen, because again, Jalen Brunson flops. He's crafty. He doesn't get to the line nearly as much as SGA does, and I think there's like a few small factors that probably lead into it. Look, SGA has won 2 MVPs. He is a superstar in this sport. He's earned it. I think Jalen's earned it too, just clearly not to the level of SGA because he doesn't get to the line nearly as much. He doesn't get the benefit of the whistle that he does. And the thing about SGA, as you'll see, and you've seen it throughout this series, is there are times in which he's flailing all over the place and he's not getting the call.
Right.
Like
Jalen
he's
Brunson
flopping on every play.
In the closeout game 4, Jalen Brunson took 2 free throws.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. And that's common.
I know.
I mean, go through his
the
game
team
logs.
took 20.
Yeah.
SGA had 17 himself.
Yeah. Oh, no. I get you. That's what all night last night, all I could think about is the groan of Madison Square Garden every time this guy goes to the line. I'm envisioning it. And look, also, if you watch the basketball game, there were a couple of other calls that went the Thunder way. In the final minute of the third quarter of this game, there was a missed goaltending, which you can't challenge because it's a missed goaltending, so it's live game action.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing you could do about it. It just sucks. They missed it. And then there was an out-of-bounds play right after that clearly went off the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Mitch Johnson is waiting just to say, hey, is my bench going to tell me to challenge or not?
Right.
He gets the signal to challenge. He waves his finger. Dude, there's a clear 3 seconds before the ball is inbounded, and the officials don't give him the challenge.
Wow.
And the best part about it was, because I'm laughing at this point now, I'm watching this game just cracking up, because I don't really have a dog in the fight.
No.
Mitch Johnson is so pissed he doesn't get the challenge in.
Right.
He then gets called for a technical. So he's standing there on the sideline screaming.
What was the point swing at that point?
So it was a 10-point game at that moment.
Right.
So if they get the goaltend right, that's also a big help. And then also the possession is right because I think right after that, I'm trying to remember, I think the Thunder went to the free throw line because that's what they do. They ended up there at some point. I don't know if it was SGA or somebody else.
Right.
But that was a big moment, and the call was not going the San Antonio Spurs way. And I don't think this is like a purposeful thing by officials. Like, I don't think back in the 90s they were purposely giving the calls to the Chicago Bulls or purposely giving the calls to the LA Lakers. Sometimes the great teams, the champions, just get the benefit of the whistle.
Well, I think it's also the great player gets the benefit of the whistle because you know that he's going to attack the rim, and you know that the only way to stop him is to foul him. And so they get the foul because they know the only way to make SGA miss because he's so skilled and talented is he's likely going to get fouled. So you're looking for it even it's like there's a pre-shot bias simply because you know that he's so good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think that contributes to it. It's mind-boggling that Brunson, who is a very good flopper, I say that as a compliment, doesn't get that same benefit.
I hope that doesn't become the talking point.
Oh, no.
Who flops better?
Oh, yeah.
Like, who's better at getting to the line?
SGA's better at it.
Of course he is.
I mean, he gets to it.
But when he doesn't get the call, he has tough days. He has tough games.
Look at his night last night. It's not like he shot the basketball particularly well.
No.
The other thing I was debating in my head, because I think that Knicks fans right now are in this weird state. You guys are in a weird spot. You're in the NBA Finals. You're super pumped up. You're calm, but you're not calm. Like, you're calm because you know you have a week. Mm-hmm. But then you're also watching these two teams trying to figure out, like, who the hell do I want to play?
Right.
Now, as a hater, I have said to you that I would have more confidence in the Oklahoma City Thunder beating you. And I think that's obvious. They're the defending NBA champions. They have more experience, even with the injuries they're dealing with. A.J. Mitchell with the calf issue, Jalen Williams with the hamstring issue. They're so deep.
Yeah.
Like, look at Jared McCain last night. Inserted into the starting lineup, good to go. Gives you a good performance.
20 points. And
Alex Caruso's been a demon off the bench. You know who Alex Caruso reminds me of?
Who's that?
This is for you and Sean, and you can describe it to the audience if you're not familiar. Alex Caruso reminds me of John Schmelk. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Schmelk, he does the pre and post for the New York Giants. He knows basketball well.
I know he does. He's a big basketball guy.
And so he can do everything.
Yeah.
And anything. And he's good at it.
Like Alex Caruso.
Yeah. That's a good comparison.
You're going for what they do. I thought, like, Polish white looking.
No.
Oh, no, I'm doing both. Both.
Yeah.
Now, he looks like him, too.
Same-shaped head.
It's like, hey, John, go call whatever. He'll do it. Hey, John, I need you to do this. He'll do it. He'll do it well.
You know what the best part is, Sean? I didn't mean that at all, but Tiki's kind of right.
Right. He is right.
But no, what I was envisioning is if you're playing a pickup basketball game and John Schmelk showed up, he would put the bandana on and look just like Alex Caruso. It'd be exactly the same. But as I'm watching this...
You're just talking about the physical comparison.
Well, you added to it, though.
But nobody knows the physical comparison. People who know John Schmelk right now know his voice.
You're right. So
they don't know what he looks like.
I'll help the audience out. He looks like Alex Caruso. And that's it. So the other thing is I'm watching this game, and Knicks fans, again, like, what do you want, right? You probably want a 7-game series, even though the rest isn't going to be a huge factor because of the off days. So then it comes down to, who do you want to play? And I think that there are some Knicks fans that look at the matchup and say, well, we've had more success against San Antonio during the regular season. Mm-hmm. They're a young and experienced team.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama is great, but he shot, 20% last night?
He had a bad night last night. So I think
He'll score 20 points, but you know what I mean.
From a basketball standpoint, I think it's pretty straightforward that it should be San Antonio that you're rooting for.
Right.
The one negative for the Thunder there is the health issues, like I just mentioned, Jalen Williams and A.J. Mitchell. But then there's another factor, and there are some fans like this, where they want the Thunder because they want to go through the road that makes this championship more epic.
It's the proverbial, you got to beat the best to be the best.
And there's a lot of people, and we're not one of them, and I'm a Knick hater, but I don't say this because I think it's utter BS. There are a lot of haters out there who are telling Knick fans, your run's not impressive. You've had the easiest run to an NBA Finals maybe of all time, and they degrade who you beat. They degrade Atlanta. They degrade Philadelphia. They degrade Cleveland. You had home court the entire time.
I mean,
it was an easy road.
I mean, it kind of was, but whatever.
Fine. If you play San Antonio, those haters are going to continue that rhetoric. Right. Because they're going to tell you the Spurs were in the lottery a year ago. They're incredibly young. They weren't ready. You never had to beat a 1 seed. And so I think there are some Knicks fans who look at the Thunder and say, while they're the tougher competition, I'm so confident in my team. I want this championship to stick. I don't want to deal with the losers who are going to criticize this. Now, I'm on your side because I think if you win a world championship, I don't give a damn who you beat. I don't care how you beat them. I don't care who gets hurt. But there is a sentiment of Knicks fans who would probably look at the Thunder and say that validifies everything we did because you can't denounce our run if we go through the defending NBA champions who dominated the regular season.
Yeah, so that's who you should want, but it's also the harder route to get through.
Which is why you shouldn't want them.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
But Evan, I think you're reading this the wrong way because I think the haters will still point to, well, Oklahoma City wasn't fully healthy. You didn't get them at their fair shot. And you could look years down the line.
Come on.
Now, hold on. Years down the line, if you beat Victor Wembanyama in the finals and he takes off and has the playoff career we expect him to have.
And he's the best player. He wins multiple MVPs.
That's the Giants
wins
beating Tom Brady.
Finals. Yeah, I could see that.
How is it the Giants beating Tom Brady?
It's not
They
because
had already
the
won championships.
It's not because the Spurs are not yet the best team
Not
in the,
yet,
in the
but
West.
it's the iconic superstar. With all due respect to how great SGA is, it's going to take a lot more rings for anybody to truly view SGA the way we talk about Victor Wembanyama. And if you beat him in an NBA Finals and then he goes on a run and he wins 3 or 4 championships.
Why is that, though?
I don't know. I think
Because
playing in
SGA
Oklahoma
is-
City doesn't help.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's an OKC bias, like a negative bias, because we don't pay attention, even though we know he's great.
I think
Like
it's
I
more.
don't seek him out to watch him play.
I think it's more that so far they've only won 1 championship, and we're
True.
living in an era of basketball
Okay,
where no one's
but
won
Evan-
back-to-back in a while.
Okay, but he's won back-to-back MVPs.
I
I'm
get
talking
you.
about him as the player.
Gotcha.
I feel like if I had the choice, hey man, there's 2 games going on right now. The Spurs are playing over here, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are playing over here. I'd be like, dude, I got to go see Wemby.
He's more must-watch.
I must see Wemby.
Well, maybe the 7'5" guy who we've never seen before is more exciting to watch than the foul merchant. Maybe that's what you're trying to say.
maybe. True. but the reality is SGA is the best player in the NBA.
So wouldn't you agree, though, with my point? And I guess haters could do whatever they want. And the truth is they don't matter.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you agree that beating the Thunder puts an exclamation point on this run that no one can truly question?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Jalen Williams playing or not, I still don't, as good as he is, I don't think that allows you to question the validity of this.
I just don't know how you could question beating the Spurs either.
Because
They
that's,
beat the Thunder. You beat the team that beat the Thunder.
I think you're being rational, and I would agree with you. I think if you win a
It's
championship,
very true,
no
Sean.
matter who you, yeah, but look, the Celtics lost to the Sixers, and then the Sixers they beat the Sixers. Well, they're the ones that beat the Celtics. It's kind of the same thing.
No,
and it
but-
turns out not to matter.
Okay,
Yeah,
but,
but-
we knew the Celtics were flawed this year. I mean, the fact that Jason Tatum came back made it more interesting and like, oh, maybe they're back. They weren't really back.
But you still hear the
I mean,
ripping.
he didn't even play in Game 6, did he?
Who are we talking about?
Jason
He
Tatum.
didn't play in Game 7.
7, right?
Yeah.
6 or 7.
6, 7, don't really remember.
But I think that there still would have been more. Well, they went on the road.
Yeah.
They're the Celtics. Same thing with Detroit. I think Detroit's flawed too, but it still hasn't stopped anyone from questioning the run. Like, to me, you win a championship, it doesn't matter who you beat. Like, think about the Thunder last year. They won a 7th game against the Tyrese Halliburton-less Indiana Pacers. And no one takes anything away from their championship
of
run.
course not.
But we are in this moment, this 5-day, 6-day, 7-day window where Knicks fans have a lot of time to think. And when you have a lot of time to think, you start to put together, well, if I beat this team, it lives like this. But if I beat that team, it lives like that. And the thing that Sean's taking for granted is that Wembanyama will win multiple championships. We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We
but-
may think that.
But I think that's why when anybody wants to question the validity, you may have to question the validity 10 years down the road and look back and go, man, they took out Wembanyama when he was about to take off. That's a bigger deal than taking out the Thunder.
You probably, with all due respect, a professional troll, okay?
How is it? How in a world where I'm defending the
I
Knicks
haven't-
run am I trolling now?
I'm not. That's not what I said. I said you are a professional troll. Nothing about this conversation.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question. I'm living the resume to everybody in the audience
Okay.
that you are. Would you own that you control every once in a while?
Every once in a while, but I'm certainly not professional.
Okay, you're not professional. All right.
Certainly not professional.
Are you semi-professional?
I think I get accused of trolling when it's absolutely not trolling a lot.
As a somewhat semi-professional troll, you wouldn't troll either of their championships with something minute like, wow, the Spurs are inexperienced.
Evan.
Or Jalen Williams didn't play.
Evan, one thing in my pathetic life I have to hold true to is if your team wins a championship, you don't apologize for the road. And
I agree.
You can't troll a team that wins a ring.
I agree with you. Right. I'm with you. And that's why I prefer the lesser opponent. But I wonder if there are Knicks fans that actually do want to go through the defending NBA champions. We'll get to that coming up, plus your calls, 888-808-1019. And Tiki and I had a very heated debate not too long ago that I think now warrants Tiki Barber wearing an L. I'll present that case in just a few minutes. But right now, it's time for the Yankee Turning Point of the game. Be the first call to correctly identify yesterday's Turning Point at 866-540-WFAN, 866-540-9326, and you will receive a $100 Wendy's gift card. It's from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great even late at Wendy's. It's all from your flagship station for Yankee baseball, The Fan.
I'm always incredibly busy, juggling life and family, and always on the go. But feeling safe and knowing my family is safe when I'm not with them is so important. That's why I turned to our partners at Sloman's, who installed the Sloman Shield Link system into my home. It's a smart home security solution combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. There are cameras, garage door controls, lighting outside, Alexa control of the audio inside of my house, which is pretty awesome, and also a doorbell camera. So all of those deliveries from Amazon that my wife likes to shop for, I can see and protect them with my Sloman Shield Link system. You can experience the future of home security and automation as well with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit Slomans.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This portion of the program was sponsored by Jag Physical Therapy. Jag Physical Therapy is now open in Chester, New Jersey, serving Morris County with expert physical and occupational therapy. Their team is ready to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to your routine. They're in network with most major insurances, so getting started is easy. Learn more or schedule an appointment at jagpt.com. It's also sponsored by your local Mazda dealer.
First pitch swung on, deep drive.
The Yankees wrap up their series with the Royals. 7:40 tonight.
It is gone, a home run.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the action. The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan. 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always available en Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the Odyssey app.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you balance of style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, July 3rd for a very special night. Fireworks Night, presented by Baby Ruth. Bring your family and friends as the Yankees take on the Twins, and stay after the game for a spectacular post-game fireworks show celebrating the 250th birthday of America. Get your tickets now at Yankees.com/tickets. Don't miss the Yankees and Twins Fireworks Night, Friday, July 3rd, presented by Baby Ruth. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
The Ray Katina Memorial Day sales event is here. Head into summer in a new Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Ray Katina of Freehold, or Mercedes-Benz of Union. From the versatile GLC to the refined GLE, your perfect getaway vehicle is waiting. Discover luxury, performance, and the power of 3 at Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Ray Katina of Freehold, and Mercedes-Benz of Union. Experience unparalleled Ray Katina service where the customer always comes first. Visit RayKatinaMercedes.com.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
You've put in the work to get that first job, moved up the ranks, or started a family. Now it's time to take your success to the next level. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we're here to help you keep that momentum going with educational programs built around real-world, in-demand career skills. We'll teach you how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science, plus timeless skills like leadership, communication, critical thinking, and more. Affordable, accredited, and online. A UMGC education fits your life so you can keep growing while you keep going. You've succeeded before. Now succeed again. At UMGC, we believe nothing should stand in the way of your next achievement. Not doubt, not your life stage, and especially not an application fee. Just apply by June 1st and we'll waive your application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Hey, hockey fans, ready for the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs? Get in on the action throughout hockey's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players, you'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. You won't want to miss any of the action on the ice. Lock your picks today for the NHL Stanley Cup with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Sign up today to get started. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements.
Looking for the best value on new tires? Get to Town Fair Tire. We honor every valid manufacturer's and competitor rebates and give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
I've got to share this. Nugenix Total T2 has been a game changer in helping boost total testosterone. My energy is up. I feel leaner, stronger, and more like myself again. Nugenix Total T2 uses a brand new formula fueling performance in and out of the gym. Join the thousands of men who are seeing results.
Text MAIN to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2. MAIN to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
We'll get to the Mets and Yankees a little bit later on. Also, Becky Hammon is back in the news because Knicks fans are out for blood after her comment she made about Jalen Brunson a couple of years ago. We'll examine that entire situation. And coming up in the next 5 minutes, does Tiki Barber deserve to wear an L for a very heated argument he and I had not too long ago?
What was it regarding?
I'm not telling you.
I don't even
You'll find out when you're on trial. All I'll say is it's Knicks related.
Oh, okay.
It's Knicks related. That's what I will tell you. We'll get to that in the next 5 minutes. Let's get to some of your calls, then we'll put you on trial. 888-808-1019. John is in Queens. Good morning, John.
Good morning, fellas. So, Evan, I have a thing with you. Calling what SGA is doing artful, I don't think that's artful at all. I think it's absolutely a disgrace. And if I'm the Knicks, and it is OKC coming up that we do play, I'm showing every video of SGA. There was a video in game 6. There was a video in game 6 where he took a jump shot, and I believe De'Aaron Fox literally moved to the side of him. He fell to the ground, and they called a foul. He didn't even get touched.
Yes.
There should be unlimited challenges when you're going up against OKC and SGA because it is an absolute joke. The NBA needs to do something about it because, like, this guy, for being so good, he doesn't even need to do that. Now, let's get to Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, can I just debate? Hold on. Can I debate you briefly on the artful comment? Because I want to defend myself. It doesn't mean I love it. It doesn't mean I like it. But he's not cheating, right? He's not doing anything wrong. He is manipulating the officials in a brilliant way to his team's advantage. And there is an artfulness to that, even if we don't like it.
I mean, manipulating the officials need to get fired then. Because, they need some better glasses, or I don't know what they need, but the officials have been terrible. I mean, Tony Brothers, and I don't want him reffing any Knicks game in the finals because there was a play too that I'm still mad about against the Hawks that OG was wearing yellow sneakers and some other guy was wearing yellow sneakers and he caught OG out of bounds, and OG's foot was nowhere close to being out of bounds, so he shouldn't be in any finals. He can't see. Let's go to Brunson now. You mentioned Brunson about flopping.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny about the SGA-Brunson comparison is SGA is 6'6", and Brunson is 6'2". You would think Brunson gets fouled. The difficulty of shots that Brunson makes at 6'2", and the contact that he absorbs, he should be getting way more free throws than SGA. He actually takes the contact and doesn't just fall to the ground making all of these weird.
Well, John,
like,
I don't think that Brunson.
like that.
I don't think that Brunson, in big moments, wants to go to the free throw line. I don't think he's hunting to stand there and shoot two. I think he wants to school you. I think he wants to drop one in over your head and make a great turnaround shot, whatever it is, fade away, pull up 3-pointer, whatever it may be. I don't think that in big moments Jalen Brunson is hunting the foul. I think SGA is hunting the foul every single time he takes a shot.
Yeah, but he is right that Jalen Brunson plays through contact at an incredibly high rate.
Yes, because he wants the ball to go in the bucket.
But he's not rewarded for it. And I don't know the answer, especially when you consider his size. And I know it was a joke when we talked about it a few weeks ago, but I remember the suggestion made that Brunson will get calls because his hair flies all over the place, and it looks like he took more contact than he did.
Right.
Well, the problem with that analogy is it's not backed up by facts because he doesn't get to the free throw line at some incredibly high rate.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't.
But the defense of SGA, and I know that people will get more sensitive of this, especially when they play each other, if they play each other, it's that he is manipulating the officials in a way that gives his team an advantage.
Of course.
What's wrong with that from his perspective? Now, you want to rip Tony Brothers and you want to rip the officials? That's fair game. I'm not going to disagree with that. But SGA is utterly brilliant at what he does. He had a bad shooting night last night, but he got to the free throw line 19 times. Yeah, like, if a 17. Player that we like does that, we commend them. So I think our biases are going to come into effect because he's the opponent. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But it is artful. There is an artfulness to what he's been able to pull off.
Yeah, but art is in the eye of the beholder, and it's ugly basketball. It's not the purity of the game type of basketball.
But Tiki, I didn't argue any of that.
Right.
I didn't say it's beautiful. I didn't say I enjoy it. I'm saying if he helps his team win by getting to the free throw line more, there's an artfulness to it.
Yeah.
And if Jalen Brunson was able to do that, we'd all celebrate it too. I'd celebrate it too. And he does flop. But yet he's about to take on the man who makes flopping look like easy peasy. He's taking on the guy that has made it like the easiest thing in the world for him. And it's a compliment. As frustrating as it'll be, and you're going to curse him out, and God knows what the Garden faithful will chant at SGA once he comes to Madison Square Garden in 2 weeks.
Flopper.
Knowing the Garden, it's going to be something vulgar. I don't know what it is.
But he's not. I mean, that's why you would hate him, though, because he's flopping.
Of course, because he gets to the free throw line 100 times.
But he's not hateable. So I don't know if it'll be vulgar.
He doesn't have a hateful personality. He
No.
does dress. He dresses very flamboyantly, though.
Of
Remember
course,
that?
but it's because he makes $50 million a year, whatever heck he makes. Yeah, he probably doesn't, but you know what I mean. He makes too much money to have to worry about what he has to wear.
That's just something else about SGA.
What's that?
Canadian.
Oh,
You forgot about that, right? People forget that.
Yeah.
You just forget. You're like, SGA, where's he from? Chicago? Minnesota? Texas? Oh, no, Canada.
And it will not be vulgar chants at SGA. New York is famous for the famous, these refs suck. We will get that at Madison Square Garden with every one of these fouls.
Let's go to Tom in Ardley, New York. What's up, Tom?
Hi, how are you?
What's up?
What's up?
So, listen, gentlemen, I'm 66 years old. I grew up in Brooklyn as a diehard Yankee fan, but I remember the 1969 Mets that summer as if it was yesterday. I just have this crazy association that the Mets, the Mets that year came back from 9 to overtake the Cubs. They swept the Braves, and then they were facing Baltimore. And there wasn't an expert or fan alive, actually, who thought the Mets had a chance to beat Baltimore, especially after they lost that first game. My question is, and this is a crazy association, do you think there's the same discrepancy in talent, Mets versus Orioles versus Yankees versus OKC or the Spurs?
I love that. That's a great. I love a question from like over 50 years ago to compare it. What I'll say about the Orioles, not living it live, is that they had an incredible pitching staff. They won 109 games, and they were clearly considered to be the better team than the Mets. They were in the World Series the year before that. So they were monstrous favorites. I don't think the talent discrepancy, and this is where I'm going to disagree, I guess, with the experts, and certainly with this analogy. The talent discrepancy between the Knicks and the Thunder is not as high as people make it out to be.
Yeah.
Are the Thunder a better team, in my opinion? Yes. Are they a deeper team, in my opinion? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it worlds apart? No.
Yeah,
How
and
can
even-
we say that?
And even if it was, does it matter with the way the Knicks are playing? And so I think we base our opinion on what a team is based on what we have consistently seen. And when you go back into the regular season, the Knicks weren't consistent.
Sure.
They didn't look like the best
But in the
team.
postseason, they've been the best team.
Postseason, they've been the best team in the almost the history of basketball.
Correct.
Because of how dominant they've been over
That's
these
why
11
I
game
can't
stretch.
view them as a Mets-like underdog from 1969.
No, they're not. They're not. Because they're not playing like a team that's just winning on the margins. They're winning in spades.
But even if you take away the dominant basketball they've played, if you just look at the rosters, I think we would probably agree mostly, Thunder better. It is not like this worlds apart difference.
Yeah, but it
really isn't.
But basketball, especially at this stage, it's about how your team coalesces, how they play together. And nobody's playing better than the Knicks together than the Knicks. I don't care who you are. Nobody else is playing this way. And so they're not an underdog, even though they are an underdog.
They should be an underdog.
Yes.
But they're not like this prohibitive, they don't belong on the same court underdog. And unfortunately, there have been many who've suggested that over the last few weeks, despite the way the Knicks are playing.
Right.
Like, they're not in the league of the Thunder and Spurs. They are. Doesn't mean they're going to beat them. Doesn't mean they're going to smoke them.
Right.
It just means we need to at least accept that, especially the way the kind of basketball the Knicks are playing, and even just from a talent perspective, because you're right. Like, we could sit here and go position by position and break it down that way. it's sort of irrelevant because it's such a team game.
Yep.
And the way the Knicks are playing team basketball, I don't know how anybody could say they're on another planet compared to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Are the Thunder better? Yes. Should the Thunder be favorites? Absolutely. I give them all of that. They should be. They're the defending reigning NBA champions until proven otherwise.
Yep.
But there isn't like this great talent discrepancy the way there may have been in 1969 when comparing the Mets and the Orioles.
Agreed.
And I'll tell you this. If the Knicks win the NBA title, we're not going to call them the Miracle Knicks. Because it's not a miracle.
No.
They were one of the favorites to get to the NBA Finals before the season started.
You know what they've done? They've just walked up the stairs.
Yes.
Right? Next step, next step, next step. Here we are. We're at the top. That's how they did it. Some people fly to the top. Like they take a hot air balloon or something and skip all the steps. The Knicks have taken the stairs.
Yeah, they have. And while they were taking the stairs, there were many critics. There were many people who didn't trust what the Knicks were doing. I am not a Knicks fan. I've made that very clear. I don't like the Knicks. I try my hardest to be fair. And I thought some of the things that were said about the New York Knicks during the offseason were completely unfair. And I could choose anybody to do this to. I could play clips of Boomer. I could play clips of Gio. I could play clips of Big Mac. I can't play clips of Craig because he wasn't here. But I'm not going to play those clips. I'm going to play your clip. Because when the New York Knicks decided to fire Tom Thibodeau, I understood why they did it. I thought it made a lot of sense. They realized they couldn't climb those steps with Tom Thibodeau as the head coach. And then the process they went through was widely criticized. And you can tell by this argument, Tiki didn't argue with me. Tiki was mad at me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I take you back to late June of a year ago. Tiki Barber versus me in a Knicks coaching search debate. Is this Elworthy?
Why are people so confused? Because you didn't get what you wanted immediately?
I think it's less about who you wanted to get immediately. It's more of this is who was perfect to coach this team. And
who?
I don't know.
Well, that's what the Knicks are trying to do. They're searching for a coach.
Yes, but you fired your coach without knowing who that person is.
Most times when you fire a coach, Teak, you don't know who the replacement is. You go through a search.
No, because most teams that make it to the Eastern Conference frickin' Finals don't fire their coach, Evan. That's the point.
How many times do the players basically tell in exit meetings, we can't play for him? How often does that happen, Teak?
I don't know.
So then how is it such an outlier?
The last time we saw this, the Toronto Raptors fired their head coach, and he was amazing.
Yes.
They knew exactly who they were hiring.
Okay. They promoted someone on their staff. And
exactly. They knew exactly who they were hiring. A team that gets this far, if they're going to fire their coach, Evan, they have to know exactly who they're hiring.
Tiki Barber, you could hear it, by the way. Freaking Evan. Tiki was not happy with me. You, amongst others, were very wrong.
Why?
We're Urel.
Why am I wrong?
It's a vote.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And why am I wrong?
Because you were adamant they had to know who the replacement was. They went through a search.
Because if you don't know who your replacement is, you end up getting what you got for a lot of this regular season.
Oh, stop. Don't bring up the regular season. Did they hire the right coach?
They hired the right coach who got the team right eventually.
Did they hire the right coach?
Of course they did, because they're in the finals.
Tiki from 9 months ago didn't sound that way.
Hold on.
Okay.
No, you can't make it. Tiki, I'll take this real quickly for you. Evan, the story is not yet finished.
They're in the NBA Finals.
But hold on. While I disagree and you disagree, is there not a narrative out there that they went through this unbelievably easy road? Forget whether we agree with that or not. Is that not the narrative?
They annihilated the teams in their way.
By the way, we all get that.
Yes.
If they go to this NBA Finals and they go get swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I'll play that game. Let's say they do.
Okay,
fine.
All right. How do we really think and look back and go, in this East, the way it developed this year, are we so sure Tom Thibodeau wouldn't have got into the finals?
And by the way, let's not forget, all of us, that going into the NBA playoffs, there were a lot of people who still wanted this head coach fired.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, they're wrong. I don't know. Is that your defense? That there were other people wrong? Okay. I started this by saying a lot of people were wrong.
No. You're saying I was wrong. I didn't even care about who the head coach was going to be. It was just the fact that they didn't have an idea of who the head coach was going to be.
You know what the Knicks knew?
What's
and
that?
This was my argument then. It's the same argument
They just
now.
needed somebody different?
They knew Tom Thibodeau wasn't the answer. And they went through a process.
By the way, that's fine.
Okay, well, that's what they did. They knew Tom Thibodeau wasn't getting them to this point. And to your argument, really, If the Knicks lose the NBA Finals, I don't care what it looks like. You're telling me people are going to turn on microphones or call this radio station and say Tom Thibodeau would have done a better job?
No, you're missing the point, though. You're missing the point.
He got him to the finals. It's a win for him.
You're missing the point. The point is the story on the Mike Brown Knicks is not yet finished. It's not. If they go and the Thunder dog walk them through 4 games, I'm not saying that's going to happen. How do you sit there and turn the microphone on and assume that Tom Thibodeau would not have got them to the same place with the same result?
Because he didn't. That's why. Because he
also
didn't.
had injury issues. He had obviously
not
of his own doing.
Not last year. They were healthy last year. They lost to the Pacers. Whose fault is that?
Was Mitchell Robinson fully healthy last year?
They blew game. Stop with that. Is OG Anunoby fully healthy this year? You want to play that stupid game? It's not being fair. You're rewriting history.
Is he? Yes.
Is he? He dealt with a hamstring issue that took him out of 2 games, and he's still probably dealing with it.
But he was more banged up last year.
He sat out 1 game. He could have played the
second out 2 games.
Okay. He sat out 1 game.
He sat out 2 games.
Hold on. He sat out 1 game. He could have played in the second game.
We don't know that.
But they were about to sweep the 76ers, who were weak as hell.
We don't know if he would have played that game.
Yes, we do.
I think you're reinventing history. Look, Mike Brown led this team to the NBA Finals.
Of course.
He made the proper adjustments during this run. He has surpassed Tom Thibodeau in terms of the ceiling of Tom Thibodeau. And so, yeah, I think if you doubted this, you take your L, and that's okay. You're not alone.
Okay. Why is he saying I'm doubting Mike Brown?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear yourself in that clip? You doubted the Knicks in the search.
How about the Knicks take their L? They wanted Jason Kidd. They wanted this one and that one. They didn't even want Mike Brown. That was the point of the clip.
That's not how sports works. Sometimes you don't get your first option, and your second option turns out to be better.
That's not true.
Of course it is.
Okay. The Giants wanted John Harbaugh?
Well, they happen to get their first option.
Thank you.
That's an example of getting your first option.
Exactly. But they knew exactly what they wanted to do.
Also, the Knicks don't take any L's in this because they can only be judged by who they hired. They hired Mike Brown, and it has worked. Because they wanted Jason Kidd or Billy Donovan or whoever else they wanted, that's irrelevant. They didn't get the person.
Then so was Tiki's point.
No, Tiki's point was they fired Tom Thibodeau after going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Without a plan.
They did have a plan to find someone better, and they did.
Okay, but I don't even know how to say this without offending the people that be. Because
who are the people that be?
The Knicks.
Oh,
Dolan, Leon Rose. What if they had hired Kenny Atkinson?
What if they didn't?
I understand.
What kind of argument is that? What if they didn't hire that person?
At the time we were having that discussion, the Knicks had no idea who the head coach was going to be.
But they knew Tom Thibodeau wasn't the answer. Hence the point.
That.
Hence why they were right.
I understand.
Hence the L.
I understand that. But when they ultimately made the decision on Mike Brown, it turned out to be the right decision. But what if they had made the wrong decision?
What kind of argument is, what if they hired someone else? They didn't hire someone else.
But at the point we are having this discussion, we didn't know who they were hiring.
But my point to you...
They easily could have hired somebody who turned out to be like Kenny Atkinson.
Okay. But the point was, they knew, and I think they were right at the time, to say, hey, Tom, you've done a great job.
I didn't
But we're not winning with you. You did.
No, I didn't argue.
You said, Evan, they fired someone who went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
Yeah, because they knew he wasn't the answer.
Okay, but you didn't have an answer.
They had to look for the answer. Did they find the answer?
Yes. Accidentally.
Understand this, Tiki. I accept all ruling of the jury. The only reason that Sean Morash won't vote an L on you is because of his biases.
That's not my bias.
And that's okay.
That's not true.
I know
he knows my point was right at the time.
Yes, and the story, you're premature here. This is a never mind, premature, you know what.
Yes. It's not premature. They're in the NBA Finals, dude.
But Evan, the narrative around the Knicks, again, is that they had the easiest road anybody's ever seen. I don't necessarily buy that. You don't buy it. But that is the true narrative. If that easy road results in the Thunder annihilating them in 4 games, I don't know how you could make Tiki wear an L for that, because all it tells you is, whatever plan they had, they probably end up in the same spot anyway.
Disagree with you.
Okay.
Because
then we're
I
going to have
think
to agree to disagree.
What you have to remember, a lot changed, but a lot didn't change. If you go all the way back to July,
yes,
as the Knicks were making this decision, here's what we knew going into the following NBA season. We knew that Tyrese Halliburton was out for the year.
Yep.
The Knicks daddies, right? They're not going to be the same. We knew that. We knew that Jason Tatum was going to be out for a significant period of time. Didn't sure he was going to come back. Figured Celtics aren't a threat.
Yep.
Going into the summer, the Cleveland Cavaliers were considered the only real threat to the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference.
But not a Knicks fan on the planet feared the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Which is my
point.
point.
Even more so when they brought in James Harden.
Exactly. So if you go back to July, you knew the East wasn't rough.
Exactly.
You knew it then. So don't change the narrative now. We knew when they made the change of Thibodeau into Mike Brown or Thibodeau into let's search for a month and then Mike Brown, we knew this was going to be a very winnable conference. He did it. He accomplished something Tom Thibodeau has never done. He also reinvented the team in the midst of the early part of this postseason.
Done a good job.
Tom Thibodeau went to the finals.
No, he didn't.
In Chicago?
No, he didn't.
No, Derrick Rose.
No, he didn't. He lost to Miami.
Right, that's right.
And don't get, I lost to the Heatles. Not my problem.
Right.
He's never been to the NBA Finals. So he's already done it. So stop moving the goalposts.
It's not moving the goalposts.
No, y'all are moving the goalposts. It's annoying me.
The story, and I think Knicks fans are good. The story with the Knicks is not yet written.
I'm not saying it is written. I'm saying Mike Brown has surpassed Thibodeau. He did what he needed to do, which is to get to the NBA Finals.
Right.
Obviously, they got to win it. It's right in front of them. If they don't win it now,
forget the attacking.
Now you're making this about me being anti-Mike Brown.
Well, sounds like you are.
No,
but I wasn't. I was anti not having a coach, which is what it was for a month.
Do you think the Knicks are in the spot if Tom Thibodeau coached them?
I don't think so.
Who do you think's in the finals then?
Everything plays out
Everything
differently.
you just said, right? Tyrese Halliburton is out for the Indiana Pacers. Jason Tatum, blah, blah, blah. The Cleveland Cavaliers, who they beat when Tom Thibodeau was the head coach anyways. Who would have beaten them?
You want my answer to that? I think they may have lost the Atlanta series. It's possible down 2-1. I mean, Mike Brown made a huge adjustment around Karl Anthony Towns in that series. And if they lose the Atlanta series, now you're asking me to play this fictitious game of what happens next? I mean, Atlanta, Philadelphia, some losers in the NBA Finals. There's your answer. Okay. I don't know who, but somebody is.
All right, you had an answer. I'll give you that.
Well, because Tom Thibodeau, I'm just being consistent with how I view Tibbs. He's a wonderful head coach. He deserves a lot of credit. I would invite him to the parade if the Knicks win a title. I have nothing but respect for him. But for years, I sat here amongst other Knicks fans to say they're not winning anything with this guy.
Mm-hmm. I think we all knew that.
So if we all knew that, then when you're on the precipice of it and you're close, you have to make the hard decisions. The New York Knicks made a very unpopular decision. Like, no one agreed with it.
I don't think that's true.
Don't make me pull all the audio.
I don't think that's true.
All right.
I think people did agree with that Tom wasn't the guy, but I think they would have rather known who they were seeking.
Coaching searches are not immediate. Just remember that. Sometimes they take time. They're a process. Knicks went through a process, and maybe Mike Brown wasn't their first choice, to your guys' point, but it's worked.
Clearly he wasn't their first choice.
Okay. A lot of hires in the history of sports were not first choices. You still give the organization credit for eventually getting it right. Let's go to Kenny in Waldwick. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, guys. How you doing? So I'm just going to have an opinion. I think a lot of people may agree with it, comparing sports and managerial changes in the season and off season. So the Yankees were close in the 2017 season. They fired Girardi, completely shifted, didn't hire anyone in-house, and haven't won since. When it comes to basketball, I feel like that could work to an extent. Just teams need to have a better vision, because sometimes it takes time. And for the Knicks' sake, it takes time. And I just think that the fans are easy to criticize or quick to criticize managerial changes, coaching decisions. In the four major sports, it takes some time.
By the way, your comp is really interesting, too, because the Yankees getting to the ALCS in 2017 was this incredible accomplishment, and I think we were all surprised when they moved on, and the results are the results.
Right.
It hasn't fully worked.
But it's also different in baseball because, I mean, you know this, Evan, because you're the baseball head here. Managing in baseball is about pitching lineups and, you know, the batting orders and things of that nature. It's an individual sport played collectively, right? I always say that. Whereas in basketball, also in football, you're pretty heavly dependent on the X's and O's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it matters more coaching in the NBA than baseball.
We just talked about it with Mike Brown making the adjustment against the Atlanta Hawks and how, you know, playing this ISO heavy ball with Jalen Brunson, who should just dominate the Atlanta Hawks, and they go on to the next round. It wasn't working. So Cat makes a suggestion. They change schematically what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they end up hunting all these off-ball pick and rolls by Jalen Brunson, and it just created this wide open, you know, shots at the rim.
Does Tibbs do that?
That the Hawks can't defend.
Does Tibbs do that?
He doesn't.
Okay.
So my point is, though, it's hard to compare baseball. I'm talking about to the last caller.
Sure.
It's hard to compare baseball where it's just like, all right, should I keep him in for another inning? Right? Should Judge bat second or third in this game?
You're right.
Versus the game is happening, we're getting our asses kicked. I need to schematically do something. If you're losing 10-0, game's over.
Yeah, you're right in terms of the impact I think an NBA coach has. Yet, we've seen managerial moves, for whatever reason, spark teams. Look at the Phillies right now. Maybe it's just luck. Maybe it's just shaking up the room. It's not schematic. It's not necessarily something Don Mattingly's doing.
But I think that was also they were just playing below themselves.
Right. And sometimes you just need a shakeup.
Right. And look, we keep saying this for the Mets. They need a shakeup, maybe fire Mendy. I just don't think they're good.
Yeah, well, that's a big problem. We'll get into Mendy coming up because I thought he lost his job over the last 48 hours. But last night, the Yankees romped the Kansas City Royals 15-1. Turning point. You got a guess before I give you mine?
I do. Ahmad Rosario's first inning home.
That was not the turning point.
Made it 4-0.
You think so?
Yes.
That was not the turning point.
I disagree, Jalen. I think it was Ahmad Rosario's 2-run home run to make it 4-0. Let's find out.
Next pitch, spring ball swing on, high fly ball, left field, backing up Thomas. He's on the track, look it up, it's gone! Ahmed Rosario with a 2-run homer, and the Yankees lead it 4-0.
Nice.
For Rosario, his 5th home run, RBIs 17 and 18. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. This Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The AL East continues to get tighter again. The Yankees did win 15-1 last night. Another dominant Cam Schlittler start, and for the first time in Yankee team history, each player in their starting lineup recorded at least 2 hits. The Rays lost to the Orioles, meaning the Yankees are back within 2.5 games of Tampa for first place in the East. Meanwhile, the Mets lost 7-2 to the Reds in a disastrous effort from David Peterson.
Again.
David Stearns
7-2.
wanted us to stop talking about Carlos Mendoza's job security when he came out a few weeks ago. Sorry, David. Mendy's got to go. We'll get into why coming up, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is expanding across Long Island, New York City, and New Jersey with new locations opening in Comac, Babylon, and West Orange. Expert care is closer than ever. Their top-rated doctors treat everything from everyday injuries to complex orthopedic conditions. Wherever you are on your journey, they are there to help you move forward. They're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com to schedule your appointment today or call 855-321-ORTHO.
The team that brought you Surfside is back with something new. Meet Superlight, the new premium vodka plus aid. Superlight comes in 4 classic sports drink flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. Perfect for after the rec league, the golf course, or the crew that's always on the move. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Superlight is here to fuel your moment. Look for Superlight variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Wrangler. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. Last night's Thunder win over the San Antonio Spurs was all about experience in the big moment versus inexperience in the big spot. OKC has been there and done that, winning the championship last year. The Spurs haven't, and that's what propelled OKC to a big win. I'm Nick Costos.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Chuck McDowell here with Red Pocket Mobile. How long have you been stuck with the same phone plan? 2 years? 5? 10? Are you tired of surprise fees and confusing bills that never match what you thought you were paying? Cut the nonsense.
Right now at redpocket.com, new and existing customers adding a line can get our premium 5G plan for just $5 a month. That's only $60 a year.
And here's the kicker. Red Pocket Mobile gives you access to all 3 5G networks. You pick the one that works best where you live or work, or switch anytime for better coverage. And with Red Pocket, you keep your phone and your number. Why in the world would you not switch? Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Celebrate Memorial Day with big savings from Red Pocket Mobile. Right now, new and existing customers can get our premium 5G plan for just $5 a month. Just $60 a year and choose from all 3 major 5G networks with one locked-in low price at redpocket.com. That's redpocket.com. redpocket.com.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises. Score our John Starks special this month. A Kia Sportage for just $333 a month with just $3 due at signing. That's right, all threes. It's my favorite number. What we say is what it is, period. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
36-month lease excludes tax, title, and MV fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles per year. Expires June 1st.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible. But Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Nate Smith, Long Live Country Rock and Roll Tour. With Josh Ross and Brandon Wisham. Pier 17. One of country music's fastest rising stars. You set my world on fire. Nate Smith Live. Get tickets now at rooftoppier17.com.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I went to Staples for a custom printed graduation banner and invites and saw that Party City is now at Staples.
Wait, what?
Party City is now at Staples.
So now Staples has balloons?
Yep.
Decorations?
Yes.
Streamers, cups, table covers?
Yep, Staples has everything for a party. And now buy 2 get 1 free on select foil balloons.
Holy confetti! So the best party start at Staples.
That was easy.
In 613 select stores, exclusions apply. In-store or buy online. Pick up in-store only.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Tune in to Odyssey Mets Radio on 880 AM. Brought to you by the #1 Westbury Toyota Construction Sale.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
All right, one last ditch effort to make Tiki wear an L. This one, I don't know how he's going to dispute it, but I'll try. It's very quick. It's very to the point. It's not that long ago. It was April 2nd here on Evan and Tiki.
This year?
Yeah, April 2nd.
Okay.
That's right. April 2nd, Tiki Barber uttered this very quick statement about the New York Knicks. Take a listen.
There's no chance that they're winning a championship. Wow, I got to cut that. There's no chance that they're winning a championship.
Say that again.
Wow, I got to cut that.
I did cut that.
There's no chance that they're winning a championship.
Wow. That's
all right. You got to wait a week and a half.
That's true. I mean, they haven't won a championship yet. So I guess technically you still have a chance to be right.
Yes, I do.
But you do know the spirit of that opinion is obviously dead.
Yes, of course. No chance means you're not even close. You're not there.
And
the Knicks are there.
To your defense, I get why the feeling was there. I get why first week of April, a couple of weeks before the postseason started, the sentiment was they're a good team, they're a talented team, but they didn't feel like a championship team. I think the only mistake you made with that is no chance is hyperbolic.
Right.
I think they always had a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there was certainly a feeling amongst a lot of Knicks fans that something would go wrong and this team wasn't cohesive enough in that moment.
And also, don't forget, the only games they were winning were against teams that literally weren't trying to win. They played all those tanking teams down the stretch. And it was like, yeah, they won by 15 or whoever against Indiana, who's running to the bottom as fast as they can. So, like, they didn't beat anybody. They felt like they were playoff caliber. And so you just worried about them. But ultimately, we didn't need to because they flipped the switch, which is hard to do.
They did. And they look like a completely different team.
They really do.
We'll get to why Carlos Mendoza has lost his job in the last 48 hours. 888-808-1019. We'll get to that in the next 5 minutes. Let's go to Seth in Manhattan. What's going on, Seth?
Hey, what's up? Thanks for taking the call.
No problem. What's on your mind?
I think last night's game was just for the basketball game was just really difficult to watch. It seems like the Thunder literally play by a different set of rules than every other team in the NBA.
Right.
The second half of the game saw two blatant out-of-bounds calls. One was called for a jump ball, which should have been Spurs ball, and the other, obviously, one off catch. But
bad calls. I can't defend it. Horrible calls.
SGA,
yep.
For the whole thing about SGA foul baiting, it is literally against the rules. You're not allowed to flop in the NBA. It just isn't called for whatever
reason. They changed that rule like a decade ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically, but it's like he's not doing anything wrong in terms of like other players also do it. It's a common thing in this league, and it's almost like a speeding ticket where they can fine you. It's not like hockey where there's diving calls where it's enforced.
Right. They see you doing it, but they let you go anyway.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It kind of reminds me of the steroid debate. So back in the 80s and early 90s, steroids was banned, but there was no testing.
No.
So it was one of those like...
That's because they didn't really have tests for it. And so it was like, all right, we know you're doing this.
Yeah.
We really can't prove it. So just kind of be more subtle.
Yeah.
Don't leave your bottle of Andro on top of your locker.
You're sort of breaking the rules, but not really. But the reason I can't get crazy about, SGA breaks the rules because you're technically not allowed to flop is because Jalen Brunson flops.
Yeah.
Like, we accept that. Now, he doesn't
But he
do
does it a lot less in the postseason. Like, we haven't seen him do it much this postseason.
You know, Brunson flops a lot.
Mainly because he hasn't had to.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't play fourth quarters.
No, and it's not like the games are close. They were in game one of the Cleveland series, but that was also, I think, felt like he was more dialed in and focused on just bringing them back as opposed to, I need to get to the line to make this thing closer.
Ed is in Melbourne, Florida. What's up, Ed?
I do own family. I say family because you guys are on in my house more than my own family. So
I love it. Appreciate that.
Anyway, Evan, before I say who I'd rather play in the finals, real quick. In 2000, when the Mets made the World Series and the Cardinals beat the Braves, weren't you elated beyond belief that the road was easier?
Yes.
Because I was.
1,000,000,000%. I am very consistent, whether it's my team or not my team. Give me the easiest road possible. 1,000%.
I have sort of a sentimental thing with San Antonio, who probably didn't make any excuses for beating us in '99 when we had Ewing out and Larry Johnson on one leg. So I'd like to get them back for that. I'm sure the first of 5 titles didn't have an asterisk on it. But I just don't like the Oklahoma City matchup regardless. They've owned us over the last 10 years, even without Brunson.
Right.
They've won about 18 out of 20 games. So if they don't make it, I don't have a problem with it. I also don't have a problem beating Cleveland, who finished 1 game behind us. And I think we would have killed Detroit based on how they had a hard time with Orlando.
I agree with you. I mean, that's kind of the funny thing. Like, let's say the results of the last 2 rounds prior to the Knicks series was different. Let's say you played Boston, and let's say you played Detroit. Does anyone in their right mind think Boston or Detroit was beating the Knicks? Now, maybe they win a game.
Yeah.
Maybe it plays out differently. I'll give you that. But the regular season means nothing. We had those conversations when the Pistons were dog walking or whipping the ass of the Knicks, whatever cute phrase you want to use. And I remember I would come in the next day and say, Tiki, I'm in this weird spot in that I love regular season basketball. I love the NBA. I watch it all the time. But I also acknowledge this doesn't mean anything.
Of course.
And it's an odd feeling to be into something and know it doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
The regular season didn't mean anything. So even when the Pistons were mollywhopping the New York Knicks, in the moment you're upset, but you knew it meant nothing. So when he brings up the Thunder over the last 10 years, what does that mean?
That really means nothing because it's not even this year. It's not even the same facsimile.
They did
of a
beat
team.
them this season, but
they
still,
did. But whatever.
Okay.
It's like, 1 game, 2 games?
2 games.
But it's no different than Boston a year ago when everybody was fearing the Boston Celtics. The Knicks went and they beat him before Tatum got hurt.
He brings up something. It's so true. And this is why, as a fan, I always root for the easiest road. It really, in history, means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to remember that.
No.
Like, I'll never forget being in high school when the Mets won the pennant in 2000 and the Yankee series was not over. They were still playing the Mariners. So think about this situation, Teak. Imagine Sports Talk Radio. We were there. Mike and the Mad Dog was there. Joe B was there. We weren't there. I was in high school. You were playing football.
Right.
You were not concerned with this.
No.
The Mets have won the pennant. They're in the World Series, like the Knicks right now.
Yeah.
You're waiting to find out your opponent, and it's either going to be the New York Yankees or the Seattle Mariners. I, as a Met fan, wanted the Mariners. I wanted the Mariners. Was I afraid of the Yankees? Of course, because the Yankees were better.
Right.
And I knew that. And so I wanted the easier road. And I'll never forget this guy, Tommy, at work. Not Tommy Lugauer, Tommy from high school. Tommy says to me, you better root for the Yankees. Now, he was a bigger, stronger guy than me, and I'm like, are you trying to intimidate me? You're going to stick me in a locker? I said, why? I'm never going to root for the Yankees. Please explain to me why. And he said, because, Evan, if you beat the Mariners, no one will care and it won't count.
Mm.
And I said, are you brain dead? What do you mean it doesn't count?
Yeah, of course it does.
Of course it counts. Now, you may argue it doesn't count because you're going to troll me as a 17-year-old bully, and that's fine. I respect that troll. Sean would respect that troll. But in the whole grand scheme of things, you're an idiot.
Right. You still got the ring. You
Of
still got the
course
championship.
And forever I'll get to mock you that you weren't good enough to get there.
Right.
I got there and you didn't.
I feel like the only time this has persisted was the Lakers COVID bubble thing.
Where people mock the championship is not real?
Yeah.
That's a different element, but yes.
I agree. But that's the only one where you can say, based on whatever the circumstance is, this was obviously in a bubble, but a weaker opponent, whatever it is, they don't last, but that one lasts.
Can I tell you something interesting? And this is like a hottish opinion, but I've always had it about the Lakers championship. So the Dodgers won a World Series in a bubble. I think we all pretty much consider it legitimate.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Lightning won a Stanley Cup in a bubble. We all consider that legitimate. But we don't consider the Lakers legitimate. And there's a reason why. It's all because of an unhinged hatred for LeBron James.
I don't like LeBron James.
I think it's two things. Because Anthony Davis was on that team
Correct,
too, right?
Yes.
So Anthony Davis, who was always hurt. LeBron, who was getting older, even though, I mean, what was that? He was 36?
Well, let's do some math. It was 6 years ago.
He's 42, so 36. He was 36 years old. And it felt like if he had to play an entire season, or Anthony Davis had to play an entire season, that they wouldn't have had the same oomph.
You may be right, but I think if any other NBA team won a championship, it wouldn't be talked about as a Disney title. It's done as a discredit of LeBron James. That's what this is all about.
No, I mean, I think part of it is that, but I think also it's part of the Lakers didn't feel like they were like that team that year.
Yeah,
but because LeBron got to chill for 2 months and be completely healthy, AD completely healthy, they get into the bubble and they just dominate.
I think this is where you're wrong. Now, I think most things have LeBron hate. The Lakers, after that, didn't back it up. The Tampa Bay Lightning won very much the next year.
True.
And
Dodgers were always good.
And that's the thing about the Dodgers. In hindsight, a lot of people were saying that about the Dodgers, but everybody's clear. I know it's a different core and everything. The Dodgers going on a run since makes us look back at all these championships and go, that's legitimized. It's what the Lakers did after that.
I think that is an absolutely fair point. I think that adds to it. But I also think that the unhinged hatred of LeBron James has something to do with it. But the truth is, no championship should be discredited. Last year, the Indiana Pacers lost Tyrese Halliburton. He did not play Game 7 in Oklahoma City against the Thunder. And by the way, the Pacers almost won that game.
I know.
Think about what that would have looked like.
You almost forget.
Yeah.
We put OKC on this pedestal.
They won in 7 against the Pacers.
Right. And 7 didn't have Halliburton.
And Halliburton got hurt.
Even though SGA was the MVP, as he is this year, they weren't.
What game did he get hurt in? Like Game 6? It was late, though, in fairness.
Yeah, it was
Game
Game
5 or 6?
I thought it was 5.
It may have been 5. I forgot.
Whatever it was, it wasn't. It's not like the Oklahoma City Thunder were so much better than the Eastern Conference team.
I agree.
That they walked through the NBA Final.
1,000%. Either way, whether it's the Spurs or it's the Thunder or there's an injury
It was
or
Game
there's not
7.
an injury. He got hurt in Game 7.
It's funny. I didn't remember. For
didn't
some reason,
remember
I thought
that
5. Yeah.
Yeah, so it happened in the moment of that Game 7. And I remember the
And
Pacers
if he
made a
hadn't
run without him.
Right. If he hadn't got hurt, do they win?
And does anyone discredit the Thunder title? I haven't heard anyone mention it.
No.
It's like an afterthought. It's like, oh, yeah, Halliburton got hurt.
What a forgettable Game 7 in sports history.
Yeah, I feel bad that I forgot that. And it was less than a year ago. It shows you that short-term memory. That's the first to go. I can tell you all about the 2004 NBA Finals.
It's also
boy,
two
last
teams
year-
you don't necessarily care about.
But I was into that Finals. I found it fun. God bless you, Tiki.
It was a parody-driven finals, but it doesn't have long-lasting memory.
I think, and we'll get back to calls in a minute, but I do want to show you how Carlos Mendoza lost his job in 48 hours. There's a process here.
Okay.
So I want to start off with what he said on Monday. Okay, so this is after the Mets lose to the Reds 7-2. And Mendoza was asked about, hey, we're a third of the way through the season. Like, at what point do you just say, maybe we're not that good?
Mm-hmm.
I think this answer by Carlos Mendoza would be enough if I was the owner to say, okay, he has given up. Take a listen.
We got to go out and do it. Like there's so much I could sit here and say, well, we're worried. Like we got to go out and do it ourselves. We're not putting ourselves in a good position, obviously. I've been saying it. It's not early anymore. I think it's just whatever I say here, it doesn't matter. We got to go out and do it.
The reason this one bothered me is because it was the same thing I've heard for 2 months. It was like repetitive.
No matter what I say, doesn't matter.
What I say doesn't matter, which means
that's what are you saying then?
Yeah, that he's done.
Right.
You make a comment like that. That's why I thought there was a chance they were going to get rid of him on Memorial Day night because, hey, Knicks are playing, no one's paying attention. And I thought that was damning. Like, basically, I got no answer.
Right. And no matter what I say, it's not going to affect how Mark Vientos or Brett Beatty, maybe Simeon and Soto, who have actually hit a little bit, but like it's not making any difference to the outcome of these games.
So number one, he says I have no answer, and then number two, last night I think is the final nail. And with all due respect, because we all like Carlos, nice guy, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I feel like we say that all the time about him because he is a nice guy. What happened last night is unacceptable. And so if you're not familiar with what happened last night in a blowout at the hands of the Reds, David Peterson, who sucked. 8 of the first 9 guys got on base, and he was lucky that they weren't being blown out, did not cover or did not back up the catcher
right.
on a play at the plate. And I want to start with Ron Darling, because Ron Darling on the SNY broadcast did not hold back, not only crucifying Mendoza, but the entire coaching staff. Take a listen to what Ronnie said last night after Peterson, again, did not back up Terrens behind the plate.
I don't understand it. That really tells me that coaches really don't have as much influence as the players as they think they have, because someone should rip someone at some point, but they don't, because they don't want to upset anyone. You have to back up bases every single time.
You don't think that'll be addressed after the game
all? It might be, but not addressed the way it should be addressed. Because if it was addressed, Gary, it wouldn't happen. It happens every game. We just don't point it out.
That last line was killer. It happens all the time. We're just not showing it to you all the time.
Right.
So Ron Darling, with a harsh criticism of Mendoza and his coaching staff, which naturally leads to Mendoza being asked about the Peterson backup.
As he should.
And I'm telling you right now, Steve Cohen disappears. Like, he's gone. No one knows where he is. I guess he's around, but he hasn't tweeted since Bo Bichette had a big boy hit back on the NFL draft. We don't hear from him.
He's at Knicks games.
He's at Knicks, I guess. I haven't seen him at a Knicks game, but maybe he is.
No, he has been.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
All right. David Stearns, meets us once in a while. Listen to Mendy's, the question and the answer on, hey, are you going to address this with David Peterson?
Carlos, how do you, or do you, or have you already addressed Peterson not backing up there?
It can happen. It can happen. Obviously, he knows that. There's no excuses for it. I haven't talked to him about it, but obviously there's going to be a conversation.
Oh, my God.
He knows he made a mistake, but there's no excuses there.
Dude, you haven't talked about it with him. It's 10 o'clock at night. The game is over. He's in the shower. And, Darling, here's the killer part. On the broadcast, Darling's asked by Gary, but they'll address it. And Ron basically says, who cares if you address it after the game?
Right.
This should be done now.
Right. This should be coached into you so you're not even thinking about it.
And
you do it rotely. You don't have to think about it.
And so Mendy is doing a press conference and says, I haven't talked to him about it yet. I mean, what do we do? This guy can't be the manager anymore. Right. We know this. What is this, a charity case? We feel bad because he's a good guy and it's not his fault? Oh, the team sucks. It's not his fault. Well, fine. The team sucks. It's not his fault. That is his fault.
It sounds like
that's his fault.
Look, this is his year 3 for Mendy, and it feels like despite some successes, it feels like he's overwhelmed. It feels like he doesn't have an answer. And that's not just Mendy. That's also David Stearns. And you can tell by how they're jockeying around this roster with, Melendez and who just came back from
AJ Minter. Eric Wagaman.
No, not Wagaman. I'm forgetting who it is. He came back from injury. He had a meniscus. Who had the meniscus?
Jared Young.
So Jared Young.
Yeah, made a miscue last night.
Of course he did. But you bring up Morabito, then you don't give him a chance, really. You send them back down. It's just there's no answer. And so it's like they're just, all right, let's throw this on the wall and see if it sticks. But it doesn't.
But the difference
it doesn't
is
feel like there is a concerted plan. It's just, let's see if this works.
I agree. And the roster sucks. And we all know that.
Right.
I think we're all past that point. Like, we know the team sucks. You're the manager of the freaking team.
Mm-hmm.
Your broadcast analyst embarrassed you on TV last night. Let's just call it like it is. Of
course.
And Ron, you did nothing wrong if you're listening. Good for you.
No, you got to call. You got to call them out when
this is
when
what
they need
makes
to be called out.
Ron Darling great.
Right.
Keith Hernandez great. Gary, because they're just going to say it. You fired Mendoza last night because for him to sit there at a press conference after the game and say, I haven't talked to him yet, it's a fireable offense. So for all the people out there that say, but it's not his fault, Evan, fine. The team sucking is not his fault. The non-addressing of these mental mistakes that, according to Ron Darling, happen every night, but we don't see it because the cameras aren't showing it to us.
Yeah.
That is your fault.
Right.
And you know what made it worse? This made it worse. Unrelated, but so related. Last night in the Brewers game, Abner Uribe went a little overboard. He struck a guy out on a borderline pitch that got challenged and did the D-Generation X crop shot. You know what that is? The chop thing? So he does it a few times. Almost became embarrassing because they challenged it and it was barely a strike.
Right.
But luckily for Abner, he got his strikeout. After the game, want to hear a manager? You guys want to hear an actual manager speak? And no offense, Aaron Boone, you ain't this guy either, okay?
Shut up, Tubby.
I'm being honest. You are not this guy. So you're not free from this. Here's a manager. Guy won Manager of the Year. Remember when Met fans were crying that this guy won Manager of the Year over Carlos Mendoza? Oh, my God. His name is Pat Murphy. He's the manager of the Brewers. Here's how a manager speaks after what happened last night with Abner Uribe. Take it away.
That's unacceptable. Yeah, it's just unacceptable. I don't know what got over him. I mean, he's been an emotional guy, but that kind of thing, that's just not how we do things, and I was embarrassed by it.
I was embarrassed by it. Can you imagine any of our clown managers saying that? Sorry, Aaron's taking a lot of shrapnel right now. I apologize.
Right.
I'll take the clown part out.
Not for him.
Sorry. You imagine any of our managers saying that? About anything?
No.
About anything?
No, because they defend without even thinking about it. They're players.
And you know what I'd argue?
They will not throw their players on the bus.
And you tell me if I'm wrong here as a guy who played the sport.
Mm-hmm.
I am much more offended by David Peterson than I am Abner Uribe. You want to know why? Abner Uribe is emotional. And he's in the middle of a moment, and whatever was going on with the bench and what was being said, I still don't think we have a full story. He got a little crazy.
Right.
We went a little too far, but he was in the moment. What's David Peterson's excuse for his head being up his freaking ass to where he can't back up the play? What, because you're so good and you're 5.5 ERA? You're so freaking good that you can't pay attention? I am much more offended by David Peterson with thousands of people who pay top dollar to watch that slop. You don't do your job. Yeah. Abner Uribe was emotional. I'd put my arm around him. David Peterson should be sent down. I know they can't send him that out of options, but you know what I mean?
Nor would they, because what other options do they have?
Not the point.
I understand. So what, are you going to DFA him?
No, I'd say, you want my answer?
Go ahead.
I'm going to save it for the Rico. He's in the bullpen, and Shawmaniah is in the rotation. That's it.
He should be in the quasi bullpen anyway.
So there you go.
The fact that you open this game with him as opposed to Huascar Brazaban, who's been fantastic as an opener, especially when you got a lineup that all righties except for one, right?
Yeah, they had one left-handed.
One lefty, and you're going to throw
J.J. Bleday.
Right. And so you're going to throw David Peterson, who the pitching advantage is not in your favor for any of the lineup, and it's not a surprise that he didn't get anybody out, basically. So, like, part of this is managing. Part of this is David Peterson having lost himself. Like, he felt like a pretty decent pitcher a year ago. He feels lost right now, unless you put Huascar Brazaban in front of him. So I think I'm not excusing David Peterson because you should do this rotely. You shouldn't have to think about it. You've been playing baseball for 30 years. You have to know to back up the catcher. But I feel like he's so lost in himself, he didn't think about it.
No, don't pitch anymore then. If you're so lost, get off my TV and get off my mound. I mean, and by my mound, I mean all of our mounds.
Unfortunately, the Mets don't have that option.
Yeah, they do.
Who's pitching?
I just told you, Shawmaniah.
Who's pitching? Really?
Over a guy who won't back up home plate? Over a guy with a 6 ERA? Yeah.
I mean, Shawmaniah's ERA is 6.2.
He's pitched better recently.
David Peterson had pitched well recently.
And guess what? Until further notice, Shawmaniah doesn't have his head up his ass. But more on that, because that could change at any moment with this Met team. We'll get back to your calls in a minute. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. A lot on the table. Thunder, Spurs, who do you want? Mike Brown, so much better than Tom Thibodeau. And obviously, the Mets are irrelevant, but Carlos Mendoza got himself fired in the last 48 hours. The problem is Steve Cohen and David Stearns are sleeping. And they don't address us, and they don't talk to us. And right now, they're not doing anything about it. Even if the manager gave you a cry for help in the last 48 hours. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You've seen them on Shark Tank. They landed a deal with Mark Cuban. Well, they created this unbelievable dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts, and now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer. And trust me, this thing is legit, sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, which makes it perfect for travel. Just pack it up, and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my friends over at Collars & Co. Use code Tiki for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Cattina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It's also sponsored by Flushing Bank.
Summer starts behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz at the Mercedes-Benz of Edison Memorial Day sales event. Shop over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience Ray Cattina customer service, and you'll see why Mercedes-Benz of Edison earned the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit FlushingBank.com today. Member FDIC.
The sweep is complete, and the Knicks are one step closer to their ultimate goal. Now, New York plays the waiting game, as the best from the West is still being decided. Will SGA bring the Thunder, or does Wemby spur San Antonio to a rematch of the '99 finals? The latest breaking Knicks news, the biggest Knicks opinions, and the most trusted voices delivering them all live here. Your home for New York sports is 101.9 FM WFAN.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Thursday, June 18th as the Yankees take on the White Sox. And come early for a special giveaway. It's Yankee Soccer Jersey Night. The first 18,000 guests will receive a Yankee soccer jersey presented by Bank of America. Don't miss Yankees and White Sox on Thursday, June 18th, Yankee Soccer Jersey Night. Get your tickets now at yankees.com/tickets.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
You look like you could use a refresher, a Dunkin' refresher. Try Dunkin's delicious black cherry or berry acai refreshers. One sip and you'll feel refreshed. There's so many delicious flavors like mango pineapple or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' refresher. Dunkin' refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' refreshers are fruit flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
H.L. Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit H.L. Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
Spring is winding down, but pest season is just getting started. Mosquitoes, ticks, ants, and wildlife are becoming more active across the greater New York area as summer temperatures rise. Enjoy your summer, not the pests. J.P. McHale Pest Management helps protect your home, family, pets, employees, and customers all season long. With local offices in the New York metropolitan area, their local experts are ready with seasonal residential savings and free free commercial inspections. Visit nopests.com. That's NOPESTS.com. JP McHale Pest Management, not just good, guaranteed.
The Boomer and Geo Show is brought to you by FanDuel. This is your reminder to check in daily because every day during the NBA playoffs, FanDuel is serving up a happy hour. We're talking special drops you won't want to miss, from profit boosts to bonus bets and more. Check out a new reward every single day of the NBA playoffs and don't miss your shot to get a little extra out of the action. Head to FanDuel.com/New York to get started. That's FanDuel.com/New York. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure, has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
To get your AC system ready to run at peak efficiency and save on energy costs this summer, go with Petro. Call 844-HVAC-4YOU now to schedule your AC tune-up. Petro's expert technicians can tune up and repair AC systems from all major brands to help prevent future breakdowns and potentially costly repairs. For a stress-free AC summer, go with your local HVAC pros. Go with Petro. Book your AC tune-up now. Go to petro.com, call 844-HVAC-4YOU or 844-482-2496 today.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
The Declaration of Deal sales event is happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. This is the time to save on all new Jeep and Ram trucks. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. The Thunder dominated the Spurs last night, pulling away in the fourth quarter, 127-114. Thunder now one win away from a return trip to the NBA Finals should they win Thursday night. SGA, 32 points. Alex Caruso, a.k.a. John Schmelk, awesome off the bench with 22 points. How about the Vegas Golden Knights? They hired John Tortorella with 4 games left in the regular season. They're headed to the Stanley Cup Final after sweeping the previous Cup favorite Colorado Avalanche in the West Finals last night. And we have breaking Jets news. They have traded Irv Charles to the Seattle Seahawks for a conditional 7th-round pick.
Special teamser.
This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
You know, in a weird way, Sean made a really stupid but sort of valid point a few months ago when he argued that the New York Islanders had a better chance to win a Stanley Cup than the New York Knicks. And obviously that looks foolish now. Islanders didn't make the playoffs. Knicks are in the NBA Finals. But his point's being proven by the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights had fewer wins than the Islanders this season, and they've gone on a miraculous run, and they're in the Stanley Cup Final.
Is that an East-West thing?
No, I think it's a hockey's weird thing.
Yeah. It's the most randomized playoff sport.
And that was his overall point, and I understood it. I think he was diminishing the Knicks' chances while doing it. But I thought his hockey side of it made sense, which was, hey, if the Islanders make the playoffs, sure, they can go on a run. And the fact that John Tortorella has done it with the Vegas Golden Knights after a 39-win regular season and being hired with only 5 games to go and beating the Colorado Avalanche, it's more proof that hockey makes no sense.
And not just beat them, they swept them.
They swept them.
Colorado banged up. John Tortorella, assistant on Team USA, won a gold medal, could get the gold medal and the Stanley Cup same year.
How about that? Very, very impressive.
Nobody else knew that.
Nah, but I did. You know me, Jack Hughes lifer.
I'm sure Boomer knew that.
Did he?
He was the assistant. He wasn't the head coach.
Oh, Boomer knew that.
Did he?
In fact, don't make me. If I go back to the morning show and I search that show this morning, I think there's a chance Boomer said it.
No chance Boomer said that.
Okay.
No chance.
I'm going to look. I can't do it today. I don't have enough time. I will look tomorrow or later today.
Get on it.
Dan's got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Or Dan will get it. Yeah, Dan. See if Boomer ever mentioned that Torts won a gold medal with Team USA.
Yes. Not that he was the
Doesn't matter. You got a gold medal.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Okay, how you get it.
All right.
You got a gold medal. Let's get to your calls. A lot on the table. Carlos Mendoza should have been fired, really months ago, but certainly 2 days ago. Knicks are waiting on their opponent. The Laker title was not as fugazi as people like to say. We've talked about a lot. 888-808-1019. John is in Boston. Hey, John.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
All's good.
Good, man. What's up?
Well, I'm trying to wrap my head around John Tortorella being an assistant coach to anyone. I mean, he's got too big of a personality to be assistant coach. That must have been interesting to see whatsoever. And I do have a proposal for all you guys. I'm not a Red Sox fan, but I think the Red Sox and Mets, they should reschedule a 7-game series between the two teams and see how that would work out. Because they're both right now absolute messes.
Yeah, they suck. They do. They're both bad, underachieving teams, no doubt.
Without question. But the reason I called, Evan, I want to back you 100% on your comments about LeBron James, the unhinged hatred towards LeBron James, is the reason that they belittle the title back in 2021 in the bubble. Like you said, the Dodgers did the same thing. The Tampa Bay Lightning did the same thing. And we didn't even mention that Tom Brady won his 7th Super Bowl playing in mostly empty stadiums.
That one felt mostly legitimate because it was a regular season.
And they had a great defense that year.
And it was just like the season was the same. Like baseball, hockey, and basketball were greatly affected by the pandemic in terms of shutting the sport down or in baseball starting it late. Football played 17 games. Right. Or was it 16 at the time? I'm trying to remember. 16 games. I think it was 16. Had their postseason. The only difference was the crowds, which obviously we will give you.
Yeah.
But outside of that, there were no changes unlike the other sports.
The only advantage you would give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is that right?
Right.
And I asked Ron, I was like, how come you guys don't have any COVID? He's like, because it doesn't exist down here.
Doesn't exist.
Like, they had none.
Yeah, remember.
So they played their whole team. They might have had some sniffles. It wasn't COVID, though.
And that's the point. Guys had to test, and they were playing opponents a lot of times who would lose key players in games.
That's what made the practice squad so much bigger now, because they had to wait and see. Are you available on Sunday? Nope. I guess we got to bring somebody up in the practice squad.
What a weird year.
It was such a bizarre season for all sports, but really for all of us.
Greg is in Trumbull, Connecticut. What's up, Greg?
Hey, Greg.
Evan, I watch every Rico and Tiki. I'm a massive, massive Giants fan, so it's a thrill to talk to you guys today. Thanks for taking the call.
Thank you.
You know, guys, yeah, of course. These are the days I really wish I was a bigger Knicks fan than a Mets fan, I have to say. I mean, I hear the passion you guys have speaking about the Knicks, and you know, I should be ecstatic that the Knicks are going to the finals for the first time since I was 9 years old. But unfortunately for me, I love the Mets. And Evan, I can't remember if you said you were there, but I was at the Phillies playoff game with the Lindor Grand Slam.
Yes.
Could not have been more electric. I mean, to go from that to sitting there last night numb as Peterson implodes and not backing up the catcher, Bichette with more lazy fly balls to right, Viento's grounding into double plays again. I mean, I just keep thinking, guys, I'm sorry if I sound out of breath. I'm just passionate about this, but I just keep thinking, I just want to get rid of everyone except for Soto, Lindor, and McClain. I mean, it's such a disaster to watch. And, you know, just want to hear your guys' thoughts on the trade deadline and, you know, what's the number one move going to be?
Well, it's amazing that on May 27th, that phone call is valid. Like usually when you say, hey, we're selling, it's like, come on, give it time.
Who's going out?
Freddie Peralta will be traded.
Yeah.
He's the lock. He's the lockiest of locks.
Yeah.
But
because he can go someplace and help somebody.
And as it was reported yesterday by Will Salmon, Freddie Peralta has enjoyed being here and would be very open to being traded and then signing with the Mets during the offseason, which would be the ultimate victory, where you get something for him, and then if you want to bring him back, you bring him back.
Right. Who did that? Chapman?
Aroldis Chapman for Gleyber Torres, absolutely. Right. The one hesitation I'll have, it's a slight hesitation. And I say this with a twinkle in my eye. I say this with half a smile.
Are you going to give us the 2024 stats?
Yes. The Mets right now are 22-33. The exact same record they had in 2024. And I am very disappointed that wasn't Positive Tommy's positive tweet. I can't believe he did that.
Yeah.
That was an easy one. I forget what he tweeted last night.
But there was more certainty with the lineup in 2024.
No,
you just knew that Pete Alonso was going to hit a little bit. Lindor was healthy. You knew he was going to hit a little bit. Like you had some certainty.
No, I completely agree. I believed in that team. I do not believe in this Met team.
Oh no, the Mets!
Meanwhile, the Yankees at 50 games are the exact same almost every single year.
Well, you know who the Yankees are. You know who the Yankees are?
I feel nothing but 98 vibes.
That's who the Yankees are.
You're damn right. Do you want the Tommy tweet from last night?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And if it wasn't, hey, we've got the same record as 2024, then Tommy did a bad job.
I agree. So here's what he gave you. The Mets need to stop the bleeding, win the last game of the series against the Reds, then return the favor against the Marlins, finish May strong.
That's not even a positive tweet. That's just more matter of fact.
Right.
That's just what they need to do.
Yeah. That's deliberate, Tommy.
Yeah. He's no longer
That
positive.
is not positive, Tommy.
No.
No, because you're admitting to blood.
Yes.
You're admitting you're bleeding. You're not
Well,
positive.
I mean, you started this month, 11-5? Now
Yeah.
you're 12-12?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
No, that's not positive. The positive one would have been,
That's just
hey,
a
guys.
matter-of-fact statement.
Yeah, it really is. It just got to be, hey, guys, I got news for you. We got the same record as we had in 2024.
Yeah, the run is coming.
The run is coming.
he did get 182 replies. What do you think those comments are like?
Shut the hell up.
Don't check 'em.
Obviously. That's obvious, Tommy.
I would advise Tommy not to check them.
You got a radio show based on that?
Yeah, not good.
Let's go to Nick in Franklin Square. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Nick.
How are you? Tiki, how are you?
All's good.
Okay, Evan, I agree with you. Mendoza, something should have been done last night, but Tiki, you hit the nail right on the head. It started in the beginning of the season. What we have out on the field, last time we had Jared Young as our first baseman. How do you
We got to let you go because it's tough to hear you. But
Right.
overall, what he was trying to say is, look at the talent on the field, which is your point, Teak.
Right.
And he's right. And I think that's why I laughed when I equated it to 2024 because no one in their right mind believes that.
Right.
It's a joke because this is a bad baseball team. And I'm kind of mad at you, kind of mad at Sean.
Mad at
because,
me?
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
What did I do?
Because when the Mets started to win games,
I tried to
guys
get you excited?
tried to pressure me into being excited. And what I kept saying to you guys is, look, I'm always happy when they win, but I don't think they're a good team.
But how could you not be excited about the Benj and the Ewings?
Because I knew they were a bad team. I don't like to brag about being right
By
on
the way,
things that depress me, but I was right.
And
I don't want to be.
I think we even said this at the time. This one, it was 2 weeks ago. We said this. We had this conversation. The Mets aren't going to be good. We know that. But at least you can get excited about some of their young players.
Yeah, but I wasn't disputing that I'm not excited about the young players. I was talking about the season. The team is not good.
Yeah, the season is going to be what the season's
Well,
gonna be.
it's a lost season, which
Yeah.
I've said. See, we all come to this moment at different times where we realize something, whether it's about a coach or a player. Like, I always use Joe Judge as an example. Like, when did you as a Giant fan realize Joe Judge sucked? Trust me, where you got there was different than when I got there and when Sean got there.
That's true.
Doesn't mean you're right or wrong. It just means we get to different places at different moments. I'm trying to remember where my death of the season moment was, but it was early. It wasn't last week. It was a while ago because they're bad.
I think you tweeted it, too.
I may have.
And then you got mad that we brought it up.
Well, was I
I'm not
mad?
giving up. I'm still going to do Rico's. But you called it a death of a season.
Yeah, but here's the thing, because I had a buddy text me this last night. They
I
said,
do remember that too, but I can't remember specifics.
Yeah, I think it was April, though. It was early. A guy texted me, a buddy of mine, and said, are you still locked in on the Mets? And I was like, what a dumb question.
You're always going to be locked in on
I'm always going to be locked in. I'm not going to stop watching. I'm just telling you they're not good. There's a huge difference.
Right.
Like, I was there on Memorial Day. I took my youngest son. Like, yes, I'm watching, but they're bad. And it's been obvious to most that they've been bad for a while.
Yeah.
And you know what really bothers me? Because I have a feeling Stearns is going to do this, and it's going to really bother me. And some Met fans do this, and it really bothers me. Don't tell me about the injuries. Because while I know Lindor not being there hurts them, no one's denying that, it bothers me to hear injuries as an excuse when you acquired guys who had injury histories.
Yeah.
And part of why I didn't love the moves was the injury histories.
Right.
And so to cite that as an excuse is a very disingenuous thing.
Polanco and Lewis Robert Jr.
Correct.
They've always been hurt, and it's not surprising that they are hurt.
And the other thing is Soto and Lindor. 1,000%. No one
Well,
could assume
Lindor
they'd
is
get
bad
hurt.
luck because he's always healthy.
I agree. And that's why that's bad luck. But
Right.
if you're being honest with yourself, in an alternate universe where Lindor is healthy, how much better is this team?
Not significantly, because he wasn't off to this ridiculously hot start. But actually, we should have kind of thought or known that something was off with Lindor or that this would happen because he wasn't even in spring training.
Yeah, he missed a lot of time.
He missed a lot of time before the season started and then made it through a portion, then he got hurt.
Let's go to Mario and Harrison. What's up, Mario?
Evan and Tiki, how you guys doing?
All's well.
Thanks for taking the call. So, Evan, just actually quick favor to ask, man. I know we met at the Candlelight a few years ago. Me and my cousin Timmy took care of you in Carton.
Nice.
Wondering if you're interested in selling your tickets to me for the bridge for the Knicks game, diehard Knicks fan, and I'm like trying everything, man. I'm gonna give my firstborn for the tickets, so I'm like, let me try.
I'll never blame you for shooting your shot, right? It's like asking the most attractive girl out in high school. You got nothing to lose.
You think maybe we can go take a walk, get some ice cream?
He said ice cream. That's exactly what he did.
That's half baked, by the way, for those who don't know.
If I sell my tickets, which I haven't decided, it will be done privately. I'm not using this place as that's not you
but he served you wings.
Yes.
I know. I like that he used that as an excuse.
He's like, look, I took care of you.
Yeah. Remember that nice thing I did
back
for you?
in the day?
Here's the favor.
I appreciate it. There's a big decision that needs to be made in the Roberts household, and we'll make it. I want to thank Dan, the official archivist of Evan and Tiki.
We got it.
We've got Boomer Esiason talking about John. So what you said earlier is that if Tortorella wins a cup, he'd win a cup and a gold medal in the same year.
Correct. Yes.
To which you then bragged that you're the hockey guy, that you knew that. To which I said, I bet you Boomer mentioned it this morning.
Yeah. Yep.
I haven't heard the audio, so we'll judge it together. Here is Boomer Esiason on John Tortorella, and we'll see if it's enough to see if he said what Sean said. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
First of all, they hired John Tortorella, I think, on March 30th, and he's only been there, a couple months, and he has completely turned the team around. I heard Jack Eichel had really good things to say about, the USA connection. Well, that, but also just the attitude he has.
He mentions the Olympics.
The USA connection.
And Jerry had to spoon feed him there, too.
But he acknowledged it. Is that enough to say Boomer mentioned Tortorella?
He didn't say he could win a cup and gold medal from here.
Like Sean brought it up.
Okay.
And you didn't spoon feed it to me.
He was the assistant to
Mike Sullivan.
To Sullivan.
Yes.
Who does Mike Sullivan coach again?
The Rangers, Evan. The Rangers.
Yeah, so I bring this up because I heard...
Is that how he got the job?
Who, Sullivan?
No,
Tortorella?
Tortorella for the Olympics.
Sullivan was the assistant to Tortorella when Tortorella was the Rangers coach. So they're buddies.
Ah, got it.
So the reason I asked that is I was bothered by a sports opinion yesterday afternoon from Craig and Big Mac. And what's funny is
hockey?
It was sort of. I wasn't mad at Craig because I get him and I understand him and I don't blame him for his opinion. I had an issue with Big Mac not pushing back. And I'll tell you exactly what it was. I didn't cut this audio. I apologize. Basically, Craig said, and it was put out by our social media team, that James Dolan is the best owner in New York. And look, Craig's very honest. He's friends with Dolan. There's a bias involved, and that's totally fine. Plus, Craig's a Knick guy. So totally good.
Right.
No issue with Carton. My issue is if you're sitting there as Big Mac, don't you have to say the Rangers are a dumpster fire, and that counts too?
Yeah.
Does that bother you, Sean?
But 2 years ago, Sean had them going to he was channeling. What year were you channeling? 94?
94 to 2024, yeah. I was trying.
But Dolan's complicated because of that. Just like back in the day when the Knicks sucked and the Rangers were good, did we think he was the best owner?
But can't you separate the two?
I don't know if you can.
I do. I view Dolan.
Think you have to.
I view James Dolan as two different owners in this.
And aren't they effectively doing that now?
They're spinning off with the stock.
They're making them two separate entities?
No, but they'll still be both run by Dolan, is my understanding.
I understand that, but they'll be two different
Dolan owns
entities.
both teams, though. Doesn't he not?
Okay, but you could be the owner of the, I don't know, the Fenway Group. They're the owner of the Red Sox. They're also the owner of Liverpool.
I know, but in
New
New York sports, when we have our local teams and we're ranking owners, which I love to do, that's why I get it. I think it's fun. Like, who's the best owner? It's great.
I think you have to look at them individually.
You can't.
You know how
that's like looking at Ohtani individually. Ohtani pitcher, Ohtani
But
hitter.
you're doing
he's one
fantasy.
person.
You're doing fantasy,
and
right?
It's stupid.
Okay. Here's the thing. James Dolan is actually now hands off both teams. The problem is when you're hands off, you have to realize when something isn't working and sucking. Like, he's looking at what the Knicks are doing with Leon Rose going, this is all great. I should view the Rangers this way, except Chris Drury's not Leon Rose and he sucks. So that's the difference. So you're right. Chris probably should have said something. But me as a Ranger fan, I understand that it's not the same.
Who's the best owner in this town, then? If you had to be honest, right? You have some involvement in this as a fan. I don't, because all my owners suck. I mean, it's easy for me. Joe Tsai, I still don't know how Sean Mark still has a job.
Does Sean Mark still have a job?
Woody Johnson, clueless. And Steve Cohen is MIA right now. So I have no one in this argument.
Honestly,
Giants haven't won enough.
It's probably Hal Steinbrenner.
It's Hal Steinbrenner. And what hurts Dolan...
Is it Hal?
It's got to be.
Well, because
no matter what, Hal hasn't done like what the Red Sox would do.
He's consistently in the postseason.
Yeah, and he could look. We may want him to spend more, but he certainly doesn't go cheap.
No.
It's just
they're competitive every year.
It's difficult. Now, this is almost unfair to Dolan, but it's just the reality. I'm calling it like it is. He owns two teams.
Yeah.
One team is great. They're on the precipice of a championship, and the other team is a disaster.
Right.
And
with no way out.
And the biggest critique of the Rangers is, why does Chris Drury still have a job? In fact, if I have this song,
how does Sean Mark still have a job?
Clearly, you got to make one of your own.
Yeah. How does Chris Drury still have a job?
You can't steal the melody.
No.
How
you
does
got
Chris?
to try to rap or something.
Yeah.
How does Chris Drury still have a job?
There you go. Nice.
I think that brings Dolan down a peg. So, I would agree the sentiment. He's a much better owner. I think the Rangers have to bring him down. I'm sorry.
What if the Knicks win a title?
Yeah.
I mean,
championship may supersede everything. Maybe you're right.
Especially because it's been so long.
Just can't ignore the Rangers. Poor Ranger fans sitting there like, Dolan?
Yeah.
I hate him
If
now.
the Knicks win a title, I think it supersedes the failings of Chris Drury and the Rangers.
That's a very fair point. Very fair point. More of your calls coming up as we take you till 2 o'clock, 888-808-1019. And there's been a lot of hoobabaloo on some comments that were made about Jalen Brunson over the years, courtesy of one Becky Hammond. We'll go through the history of what Becky said about Jalen and if it was actually fair or not. So if you haven't heard what she said, we'll give you the entire history to it, and we'll break it down. Plus more on how Mendy still has a job, and the Yankees have turned their season. It's Evan and Tiki on the Fan.
I'm always incredibly busy, juggling life and family and being on the go. But knowing that family is safe is so important to me. That's why I turned to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system into my home, a smart home security solution combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind that you could manage right from your phone. The beauty of the Sloman Shield Link system is that their technicians will design your system exactly how you want it. So I wanted my lights to come on as soon as I turned on my alarm and for all the doors to lock around the house. So as soon as my alarm comes on, everything shuts down automatically. I also love listening to music, and right now, because of the Michael movie, Michael Jackson is pumping throughout my home whenever Tegan comes home and learning the dances and everything else. It's actually kind of cute. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com today.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Let's not overreact to the bad game from Spurs star center Victor Wembanyama last night. Only 20 points and 6 rebounds in Game 5. Let's go back to Michael Jordan's first ever conference finals in 1989. Game 5 against the Pistons. Jordan famously only attempted 8 shots in that game as the Bulls lost. The rest was history. I'm not saying Wemby is going to be Jordan, but let's not bury the young man after one bad game. I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands. Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Get an Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Partly sunny, high 84.
Weather brought to you by Capital One. Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank guide. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
This report is sponsored by IBM.
As the pace of AI accelerates, CEOs are rethinking how their leadership teams operate, how decisions are made, and how organizations are structured. IBM's annual CEO study shows that adopting new tools is no longer enough. Leaders are actively redesigning decision-making structures, clarifying accountability, and reshaping the C-suite to drive greater business impact. The study found that 76% of organizations now have a chief AI officer, up from 26% a year ago, and nearly 2/3 of CEOs say they are comfortable using AI to help inform major strategic decisions. The study also showed that organizations with an AI-first leadership approach are scaling more AI initiatives than their peers. The message is clear. Success with AI depends not just on technology, but on leadership, governance, and organizations built to adapt. To learn more, visit ibm.com/IBV.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
Rutgers football is just around the corner. Your Scarlet Knights return to Piscataway this fall. Don't miss a moment.
Rutgers Nation, this is Coach Shiano. Keep chopping.
Plus, the return of the Rutgers Boardwalk. Join the fun before all Rutgers home football games. Free rides, games, prizes, and more. Plus, New Jersey's best local food trucks. It's free family fun, and it's all at the Rutgers Boardwalk. Join the fun. Rutgers football's back in Piscataway this fall. Don't miss a moment.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you more of what matters. More passenger space and headroom for greater comfort. More cargo space, a lower lift-in height, and a standard power liftgate on every model. More connectivity with Google built-in integration, plus Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Balancing style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Lunch was great, but this traffic is awful.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. For the time you forgot your charger at the gate.
Passengers, we are now on our initial ascent.
Or when you're bouncing between projects like a ping pong ball. We build PCs with long-lasting battery life, so you're not scrambling for an outlet. And built-in intelligence, so you can stay focused on whatever you're doing. Dell Technologies, built for you. Dell.com/Dell PCs.
I'm Tyler Kolick, and I got my Lincoln at Lincoln of Queens. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. Go New York, go New York, go.
Talk sports with Greg Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
As Knicks fans wait for the beginning of the NBA Finals, there are some dopey barbershop debates that are going to go on until we get an opponent, and one of which is Knicks fans being angry at Becky Hammon. Becky Hammon, of course, used to coach in San Antonio, legendary women's basketball player, and analyst. And so a few years ago, Becky made critical comments of Jalen Brunson. Now, I think most people who are opining on the Becky Hammon, Jalen Brunson thing haven't actually heard what she said. So we polled what she said, because this has evolved over the years. Right. It's been like a running debate, and then we can give like an honest opinion on what she said. So this all started on Christmas of 2023. That's how long ago it was. It was 2.5 years ago. It was Christmas of 2023, and Becky Hammon was at the desk on ESPN. Everybody was breaking it down, and the Knicks were kind of middling at that point. Mm-hmm. And Becky Hammon talked about how the Knicks lack that dude. And you'll hear in this clip someone disagree with her. The person who disagrees with her is Kendrick Perkins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how it all started back on Christmas of 2023.
But at the end of the day, they don't have a dude. You got to have a dude. You got to have a 1A dude. And they're missing that at the end of the day if we're just getting down to brass taxes. Sorry.
I didn't want to disagree with Becky today, but they do have that dude.
Who?
Jalen Brunson.
No, he's too small.
But here's the thing, and that's
Didn't they say about you?
But you know
they
what?
They say that about you. You're a Hall of Famer. I got a philosophy. Can I say my philosophy?
Go ahead.
If your best player is small, you're not winning. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash. You could go down the list. Steph Curry is the only.
But he's not that small. He's not that small. He's like 6'3".
But also, though, I mean, he's the greatest shooter to ever walk the planet. He's in an outlier class.
Okay.
So
stop qualifying it. He's small. Steph Curry is small.
Yeah, but I think the point is Steph Curry is the outlier to the overall point she was making. See, I agreed and disagreed with that comment. Jalen Brunson can be 1A and also not be a guy who wins an NBA championship.
Right.
Like Allen Iverson is 1A. He didn't win an NBA championship.
Of course.
So it's weird, and this is all in one clip, and we'll get to how it evolves. But even in that moment, there was a little bit of a contradiction because you can be the two things that she's saying. Right. Like the opposite of which. Because I'll raise my hand and tell you she's right about little guys not winning championships. Of course. Like she went through the list. She's not wrong.
No.
That has been a critique of Brunson and many others over the years.
Of course.
But I kind of disagree with the 1A. Like, he's everything you want from a 1A.
Right. He is the 1A. He's clutch. We know this because he was clutch man of the year. You see it in that 22-point comeback in game one of the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, he has every bit of the ability to be the guy you depend on to win a game or take control of a moment. And he's done it consistently over his career.
Now, let's see the evolution. So that was Christmas of 2023. Mm-hmm. Just a few months later, Malika Andrews point blank said to her, "Are you sticking with your 1A comment?" This is February of 2024. So we're only talking 2 months later. Mm-hmm. Here's Malika, and here is Becky Hammon. Is she going to walk it back a little bit?
The last time, Becky Hammon, that you were on our show, and we were talking about the New York Knicks, you said pretty emphatically, right, that Jalen Brunson is not a 1A. Do you still believe that?
First of all, we were talking in a championship culture.
Absolutely.
Okay? So everybody, there's nothing more attractive than a bunch of guys with panties like up there. Calm down.
Right. Okay.
Calm down. He is a tremendous player. Okay. I love watching him play.
Yes.
I love watching the smaller guys play because they defy odds. Things that they're doing out there they shouldn't be doing. And Jalen is a perfect example. At the end of the day, they're like, oh, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash. I'm like, MVPs, actually. MVPs of the league. They didn't win a championship. So, yes, he is your 1A. And all I was saying is that I don't think you win a championship. It's not that he's not amazing. He's amazing. So, calm down, New York.
What do you think of that?
I'm also still confused about what she's saying.
She's now pivoted a little bit.
Yeah.
She is now clarified to where I'm agreeing with her, which is He is a 1A. I'm going to give you. He's your 1A. But you're not winning an NBA championship with someone who's that small.
Because small guys don't win championships.
Yeah, and she went through the list. Yes. Yeah. Outside of Steph, who's the outlier, is the greatest shooter of all time.
Okay, but
that's what she's sticking with.
But I wonder how big that list is.
How many great MVP caliber players are 6'2"?
Yes.
It's not.
That's my question.
Yeah, because they're small. They're usually not that great.
Well, they usually don't make the damn league. That's the reality.
Or they're not superstar players on the level of Steve Nash, Allen Iverson.
How many 1A players are there that are under 6'4"?
That's her point, though.
Okay,
isn't that kind of what she's saying?
It is, but you can't make that blanket statement like it is impossible for this type of player to win a championship when there's only 4 of them in the history of the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, but I think
don't qualify.
I'm not qualifying.
Don't qualify for her.
I don't work for Becky Hammond.
There have been how many championships in NBA history? And 4 of them have had players that are that size in the NBA finals
as their best player.
Not
just players in general, like their best player. Yeah.
Of course. You could say the same thing about red hair, right?
What?
If you have a red-haired point guard or red-haired star, if your 1A is red hair, they don't win a championship. Why? Because there's probably like 2 of them. You know what I mean? So there's just not enough of a sample size for her to make that definitive statement. And I'm talking empirically. I'm not talking about her attitude or her stance or her philosophy on basketball, because she knows more about basketball than I do. But I'm just saying, from someone who looks at things analytically, you can't make that statement definitively because there's not a big enough sample size.
Okay. Becky Hammond, who we all respect her, we can disagree with her. But you notice in these clips she's getting angry, right?
Yeah.
Because she's hearing the feedback from Knicks fans.
Right.
And, I love that line. There's nothing more attractive than a man who's got their panties in a wad.
I know.
This was 2 years ago. What about yesterday? Because this has been reignited now that the New York Knicks are in the NBA Finals. And Becky Hammond, yesterday, was asked about this.
Yes.
Now, before we play it, do you think she's back down?
No.
Do you think she's tripling down? How do you think Becky's handling it now when she's asked yet again, hey, you sticking with that Jalen Brunson opinion?
I think she triples down on it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Becky Hammond.
And I speak from experience, and I never, Allen Iverson got MVP, and he lost in the finals, and I think the 2 best teams are probably in the West, but I'm up for being proven wrong. And that's the other thing, is I think Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player. I'm speaking historically on the NBA. With what I said, I don't know why that's being brought. Why everybody's so stuck on that. I said it 2 years ago. I stand by it.
I'm letting you clear the air.
There's no air to be cleared. I said what I said. He proves me wrong. He proves me wrong. I mean, I good for him. But I do think the 2 best teams are in the West.
Boy, what she did right there is she said, first of all, I still don't respect you guys because you ain't winning an NBA championship.
Right.
Now, she's opened it up with, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll own it. I'll wear an L.
Right.
I don't know if she actually will, but she's open to being wrong. But she's saying, I haven't been proven wrong because I've told you that little guys won't win an NBA championship. And so far, while they've gotten there and they look great, he hasn't done it. And so Becky Hammond has now put herself in a spot where she needs that Western Conference team to win. Because if they win, Knicks fans may not like it. She gets to escape with what I say that's wrong. I compared him to Allen Iverson. He got to a finals too.
Right. And he was an MVP.
And he was an MVP, which Jalen Brunson hasn't been. So she is, I think from the first comment to the second, she moved it a little bit. She went from, okay, fine, he's a 1A. He's just not going to win an NBA championship. And that's the bar that's created. And Sean knows this as somebody that's talked this kind of trash, like the whole king debate. Well, you're not a king until you win a title.
Right.
It's easy because the odds of winning a championship are not that high.
Of course.
But if you take your L, there's no hiding, much like if Jalen Brunson and the Knicks win an NBA title, you're going to have to come on and have a ceremony and name Jalen Brunson king, much like Becky Hammond's going to have to say, hey, guess what? She proved me wrong.
Only if he's the big catalyst for why they win a championship.
No, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't, but it does.
Come on.
It does.
Really?
You could say in the NFL, I could, as an analyst, could say, you know what? short quarterbacks don't quarterbacks under 6 feet. They just don't win a World Super Bowls. It just doesn't happen. So it's not going to happen. So as good as the Seattle Seahawks are, they're not winning a championship because Russell Wilson's under 6 foot tall. Then they win a championship, right?
But they win it because of their running game?
Because of their running game and their defense.
Right.
That could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you still have to own it.
Yeah.
It's still he proved you wrong. And she said in that clip, look, he has a right to prove me wrong, but he hasn't done it yet. And said twice the Western Conference is better. Twice. And I know she's biased because she's, obviously rooting for the Spurs, which she admitted, so that's not like a surprise. But she went out of her way to make it very clear to Knicks fans, you guys are fighting a war with me. You haven't won a damn thing. She reminds me of Sean in a lot of ways.
No, what do you mean she reminds me of you?
I don't think she's trolling, though. I think she's just standing on her statement.
Yeah, which is what I mean with you, Sean. I don't think it's trolling. I think it's like she's standing her ground.
Yeah.
She's digging in on it.
But this goes back to the Tiki L thing. This is Evan. She's not wrong until she's wrong. She's not wrong yet.
By the way, I agree with you. I just said that.
But also,
it's one of the reasons I've been skeptical of Jalen Brunson. I raised my hand.
But how can I get mad at somebody for standing the ground when this is all they've said? This is all they've said.
Yeah, but you've seen that Knicks fans are angry, and they've been going after Becky Hammond for years now.
But the problem is, like, she can't really say it because Steph Curry won a championship.
Well, she did because Steph's the exception. He's the greatest shooter of all time.
Okay, whatever. You can't qualify yourself out of a statement that you made.
I think you can because she said immediately Steph Curry was the exception. Like
no. She went through everybody, and then whoever was with her was like, Steph Curry.
And that was like, more than one, too.
She was like, yeah, I guess so, but he's the greatest shooter of all time. Like, it's just not a true statement.
You don't agree with this statement? You don't agree that having your best player...
I don't believe in a game where where score is kept, meaning there's analytics, like there's value, right, where you can put one number against another number, that there's not a big enough sample size for to say statistically that that's true. I mean, you can believe it's true. That's your opinion, but you can't say for fact that that's true. It's just not, the evidence isn't there.
You know how, not all the time, but when we're wrong, we kind of smile and say, hey, we take it L.
Yeah.
I don't think Becky's going to be smiling in a few weeks.
No.
Like if
she
Knicks,
has to take the L?
Yes. Because if the Knicks win an NBA title.
Because it feels like she's specifically talking about Jalen Brunson.
Yes, and specifically championship.
Right.
Like that's how she framed it, which is now, it got framed after the first 1A comment, as you heard during the evolution.
Right.
He's got to win an NBA title. Hey, getting to the NBA finals ain't enough. If he wins an NBA championship, she doesn't sound like someone who's excited about taking that L on social media with Knicks fans. Or, chance of her name ringing outside of Madison Square Garden after they win a Game 6.
Right.
Like, she doesn't sound like someone's going to have fun with this.
No.
She's digging in on this.
Yeah.
You know she's watching these games like, let's go, Thunder. We got to stick it to him.
You know what she's doing? She's Pat Leonarding this. That's
right.
just, and what I say, I got to learn from that.
Come on. I'll fire Joe Shane.
That's it.
Fire Joe Shane. Damn it. Got an extension.
Yeah. This is a terrible start to the Harbaugh era.
How can I flip this?
This proves everything comes back to the Giants.
The Giants stink.
I knew it. I was waiting for it. It happened. Actually, there's a guy on hold who wants to ask Tiki a Giants question, so this is a perfect transition anyway. Erwin is in New Jersey. Erwin, fire away to Tiki.
What's up, Erwin?
Tiki, nice to meet you. I am a big fan. I'm a big Giants fan.
Thank you.
And did you know Bobby Cratch?
I don't think I did.
61. He won 2 Super Bowls. I'm just curious because I played high school. We won 2 state championships together.
No,
but my question
I don't think he came around a lot.
Okay. My question is, do I need to worry about the Giants? What's going on? I hear somebody, their Achilles, hurt their Achilles, and they're arguing and fighting. I mean, I don't get a chance to listen to much, but when I do, I appreciate all you guys. You guys are the best.
I appreciate you. Well, they did have an unfortunate Achilles. Roy Robertson Harris, who was pretty good as a depth piece, D tackle, tore his Achilles in OTAs just a week ago. The good thing is that the Giants, I'm barely being facetious, signed every available D tackle that was on the free agent market.
They've got a lot of options.
So they got a ton of options, even though Roy was really good last year. The other thing is the whole the Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart beef over him introducing Trump, which we talked about yesterday. And while it might have been a social media firestorm, nothing's going to happen in that locker room. Most of those guys don't care. You remember the whole terrorist thing with the Buffalo Bills and Sean McDermott?
Yes.
The reason it wasn't a big issue is because to that young group of players, it's history.
Right.
It's not. They didn't live it. A lot of these kids on the Giants locker room, they're so young. Maybe they care a little bit about politics, but they're not political. So this isn't something that's going to affect them, I think, in a way that's going to affect their relationship.
Unless Jackson Dart decides to one-up him.
I want to thank Jackson
because I don't know if you heard, I follow a lot of the whereabouts and going arounds of politics.
Mm-hmm.
President Donald Trump was planning on a surprise visit to Madison Square Garden for Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. That was planned. Now the Knicks swept. He's not making the trip.
That would have been utterly miserable.
For the waiting in lines part of it? Yes.
For the lines part of it. That would have been miserable.
Well, I got bad news then. There are now rumors that the president does plan on attending one of the Knicks home games. What if Jackson Dart says, I'm going to sit next to you, Mr. President?
I want to thank Jackson Dart.
Imagine if they're courtside together.
I would advise him to find a bar in Hoboken and just hang out there.
Well, the NBA Finals here in New York have a chance to be a real cluster because, like I always say about every president, when they travel to our city, it is hell because of the traffic that it creates.
Yep.
And I have imposed a ban. This goes back 3 administrations, by the way, that no president should be allowed inside New York City because all it does is inconvenience all of us. But imagine the president goes to the Garden for a Knicks playoff game. And we're also running into the possibility that Game 6 of the NBA Finals will coincide with a World Cup soccer game between Senegal and France. And that NJ Transit is going to be closed going into Penn Station until like 7 or 8 o'clock that night. Can you imagine that confluence of events?
I think it's till 10 p.m.
Oh, man.
Imagine that cluster bleep.
Yeah, that's a massive one.
Crazy. Let's go to Joe in Glenhead. Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
All's good, Joe. Good.
I just want to sound off on Mendy. The points you were making earlier, Evan, couldn't be more spot on. I mean, at some point, you can't. It's like in hockey. You can't, even though you can't pull the whole team. You only got to pull the goalie. And at this point, it's time to pull the plug. I don't care that he's a nice guy. I'm not looking for nice. I'm looking for wins. And at some point, you become the back of your baseball card. But also at some point, there's a new baseball card that comes out. So he's just what he is. If Alonso didn't hit that home run, he's already gone. If he doesn't have this magical run. And I wanted to compliment Sean on doing a great job these past 6 months. So, Sean, you deserve some flowers from the guys. I know they give you a lot of crap.
Look at that, Joe.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, Joe.
You like to hear that, Sean, right?
Oh, it's much nicer than most things I hear, so that's great.
Basically, what he said is he's so glad that Tommy isn't here and you've taken over. That's basically what he just said.
I'm just excited he knows the difference between the two of us.
You still run into that problem?
Every once in a while, yeah. Well, I still get callers. I'll screen here, and they'll be like, Tommy, please.
Kiss my fat ass!
That's funny to me. I mean, it has been 6 months
Can you tell Tommy to shut the hell up? Why would he have that Cinco de Luncho idea? It's so stupid.
I'm a fat moron. Tell Tommy to stop with these lists.
And Sean answers the phone and is like, yeah, I'll tell him.
I'll tell him. That's right. Let's go to Ozzy in Woodridge. What's up, Oz?
Ozzy.
What's up?
What's up, my friend?
Speaking of Tommy, all the historic numbers that Rick's Knicks are putting up, the only number that matters is they're undefeated 11-0 since the death of Positive Tommy.
Since the death of Positive Tommy.
Hold on, Oz. When did Positive Tommy die?
Yeah, when did that happen?
Did we miss this?
Yeah, you had a role in it. Well, when Tommy was found guilty of crimes against skipping the podium manatee after Game 3 versus the Hawks, he was found guilty of running away from the Knicks, leaving the foxhole, not defending them, and pretty much quitting on the Knicks. And ever since then, they've been undefeated. The death of Positive Tommy.
I mean,
you know what? Ozzy, you're kind of right.
Oh, come on.
Thank you, Tiki.
Kind of right.
I do remember
And
this.
Sean, am I right?
You're right. Draft night. Everybody focused on the hand slap. It was
That's
Tommy.
right.
All right. I guess they just needed the death deposit of Tommy to turn their season
I mean,
around.
remember, we were watching him.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
watching him. Like they had the little the whatever
Tommy cam.
little box, little Tommy cam.
Well, I don't know if you could find it still, but we did pull the audio of the moment where the Knicks lost that game to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
The last time the Knicks lost. Could you find that, Sean, or is that too difficult?
And by the way,
Yeah. By the way, what?
that was the turning point in this Knicks run.
No doubt.
Them not folding like a cheap suit after being down 20 in the first quarter, 15 at the half. They made it a one-possession game and fought back.
That's a good
Ever
point.
since that moment,
It's a
even
good
though
point.
they took the L, they've been undefeated when positive Tommy turned turncoat.
Nah. Uh-huh. Look
So-
at this.
Thank you,
Ozzy's
Ozzy.
putting Tommy on blast.
He really tries to bring down our guy.
Right.
I mean, he's a very happy guy. He's a Knick fan, and this is the greatest time of his life. If I go to game one, I may call in as a stringer during his show. Would that rub it into him that he's not there, or do you think he would enjoy that I was providing live coverage from, no, I'm sorry, not game one, game 3 of the NBA Finals at Madison Square Garden? Like, would that be rubbing it in, or do you think he would say, hey, that's good content,
No,
call in my show?
It'd be great content.
Okay. Because I'm thinking of doing stringer work.
You should definitely do it.
Where I call in. Because I already looked at the Yankee schedule. They're playing the Guardians that night. It's a 6:40 first pitch. Post-game should be over by 9:45. Second half action, I'll just call in with updates.
Oh, God, Tommy's got to sit there live on the air as the Knicks are playing in a finals game.
That's right. And speak to me while I'm at the game.
Oh,
He
that
may,
is
you
so
know
good.
what? He's not going to take that call. I think he's going to say,
he's
you
gonna
know
be,
what?
Yeah.
How the hell do you counter program that? Like, what do you do?
A lot of
think you-
Yankees.
Well,
No, but it's almost impossible. It's an NBA Finals game.
this is why Tommy gets paid the big bucks. I'm sure he'll figure it out and he'll do a great job. I have no problem with that. Zach in Brooklyn. What's up, Zach?
Hey, what's up, guys? Love the show. You guys forgot one Hall of Famer who has 2 championships, who's 6'1", who was an executive for the Knicks.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Isaiah's a great example. So
Oh.
I was thinking
That's a
about
solid one.
I was thinking about it based on Becky's comments, Becky Hammond about, you can't win a championship with a guy who's 6'2", 6'3", or smaller. I started to go through
Just small guards.
who are the best small guards ever. Like Chris Paul is a small guard. He never won anything, right? Bob Cousy's a small guard, but you could also say, it was a long time ago.
Different
Everybody
era.
was short.
Different
Different
era, right.
And the other one is Isaiah. Isaiah was the clear leader of the bad boys.
Right,
Now,
you kind of forget about Isaiah.
they didn't, they were such a good team,
But that's
with such a good identity.
But doesn't that feel more like what this Knicks team is as of late?
Kind of, especially
It's-
if Cat's going to play at a high level. Yeah.
Cat plays at a high level. They can use him as the point guy, even though if that doesn't work, they quickly get out of it and do something else. This team is just well coached right now, and they're performing connected. That's the word we used the last couple weeks ago, connectivity. Like, they have it right now. So, yeah, even if Jalen Brunson is small and gets taken out of this game a little bit, Landry Shamit's going to come off the bench, or Deuce is going to come off the bench and knock down 5 threes or 10 in the way that Deuce did it a couple of weeks ago. Or Mikal Bridges is hot or on fire. Like, this team feels like it's well teamed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just Jalen Brunson's going to do it all by himself. Like, Allen Iverson wanted to score 50.
Right. And he needed to when you look at the rest of that roster.
Jalen Brunson doesn't need to. He can score 18, and they still win.
Yeah, I think the way the Knicks are playing right now is actually far different than when the assessment was made 2.5 years ago.
Yes, you're
or
right.
even
Because
6 months ago.
It was so ISO heavy then.
Yes.
That's not the case any longer.
We'll get back to your phone calls coming up. Sean's got a Cinco de Luncho list as well. 888-808-1019 is the telephone number. The Travelers Championship, this is where greatness locks in, where the wins hit harder. For 4 perfect days in June, see returning champion Keegan Bradley and more as the world's best take center stage, like Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, and Cameron Young at nearby TPC River Highlands, June 24th through the 28th. For tickets and information, go to TravelersChampionship.com. Travelers Championship, now is the time. This is the place.
HSS is ranked #1 in orthopedics for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get. With locations across the tri-state area, HSS provides specialized care for the hips, knees, back, neck, and beyond, including everyday joint pain, fractures, spine care, and more. Most major insurance plans accepted. Choose better, move better. Appointments available at hss.edu.
This portion of the program was sponsored by Flushing Bank. It was also sponsored by JAG Physical Therapy. JAG Physical Therapy is now open in Chester, New Jersey, serving Morris County with expert physical and occupational therapy. Their team is ready to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to your routine. They are in network with most major insurances, so getting started is easy. Learn more or schedule an appointment at jagpt.com.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling, they are the real deal. Go to edisonhvac.com.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Looking for something cooler this season? Head to Big Snow American Dream for real snow, indoor slopes, and fun for the whole family. Ski, ride, or tube year-round. Plan your snow day at BigSnowAmericanDream.com.
Hey, it's Greg Giannotti from Boomer and Geo here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems, especially at night. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to try North Shore at NorthShore.com. Their team of experts will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than store brands. Switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at NorthShore.com and focus on life, not leaks.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
I've got to share this. Nugenix Total T2 has been a game changer in helping boost total testosterone. My energy is up. I feel leaner, stronger, and more like myself again. Nugenix Total T2 uses a brand new formula fueling performance in and out of the gym. Join the thousands of men who are seeing results.
Text MAIN to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2. MAIN to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
Great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter.
The Rico Bronya podcast on the Odyssey app is proudly sponsored by Mio Sparkling Sake, the official sake of the New York Mets. Enjoy at Citi Field or your favorite spot. A new tradition in sake. Mio Sparkling Sake.
As a part of the North to Shore Festival, don't miss 5-time Grammy-nominated Joe Bonamassa live in concert on June 28th at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Every show is a new experience with blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa live in concert at NJ PAC on June 28th.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka, like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21, please drink responsibly.
I'm Tyler Kolek, and I got my Lincoln right here at Lincoln of Queens. Smooth ride, no hassle. They even delivered it right to my door. When it's time to save, it's time to go to Lincoln of Queens. It's our employee pricing sale. You pay what we pay. Lease a 26 Nautilus for $563 a month.
36-month lease requires $58.20 due at signing. Excludes tax, title, and MV fees. See dealer for details. Expires July 6th.
Lincoln of Queens, where Queens goes. Go New York, go New York, go.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. If you love eating great food as much as I do, you have to listen up. The Chef IQ Sense wireless thermometer and the mini oven are must-haves in your kitchen. The thermometer helps perfectly cook your chicken, fish, or meat, and the oven is an all-in-one hero that bakes, broils, air fries, toast, and much more. For years now, I've been telling you about how amazing these products are and how they have changed my life. Now it's time to change yours. Go to ChefIQ.com and don't forget to use the code word BOOMER to save big at checkout. That's code word BOOMER at ChefIQ.com.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at ChefIQ.com. More proof the NBA awards hold true to being regular season awards. This on display yesterday, Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla won Coach of the Year after their 56-win regular season. The Mets aren't the only big city team watching their season spiral away. The Cubs, blown out by the Pirates yesterday. Now the Cubs, who had won 10 in a row earlier in the year, have lost 10 in a row on the flip side, and they are in last place in the NL Central.
They're also a game out of a wild card spot and 4.5 out of first place.
The NL Central's crazy this year.
Yeah, no, I get you. The Cubs are very odd. I mean, the Mets saw the Cubs as they were beginning their long winning streak. Now they're going through a long losing streak. Bottom line is they're 3 games above 500. So they've got a real chance to erase the 10-game losing streak. Watch. Remember when the Mets lost 12 in a row or 11 in a row? The big deal was made. No team's ever made the playoffs
12.
with a losing streak like that.
12.
Well, they lost 12 in a row, but I think it started at 11.
Yeah.
That no team's ever made the playoffs.
But now they lost 12, and they're not making it.
No, I know, but the Cubs may. That's my point. Like, the Cubs are 2 losses away from losing 12 in a row, and I would still pick them to make the postseason. I still think they've got the talent. I still think some of the teams ahead of them are not that good. And so I think the Cubs have a chance to be what the Met fans were hoping when they were in the midst of their 12-game losing streak. But either way, it's baseball. It's a weird thing, man. And I said this the other day about the Yankees in terms of their race, and it is folding. It's holding to be really true now that the Rays are on a 3-game losing streak and the Yankees are on a 3-game winning streak and they're 2.5 out. On Sunday afternoon, the Yankees were on the precipice of dropping 7 games out of first place. They win that game. Then on Monday, the Rays blow a lead in the 10th. Yankees come back in the 9th. There was a monstrous swing on Sunday and Monday, and then it continued last night, and now the Yankees are 2.5 games out of first place, as opposed to it not going their way and then being like 8 games out of first place.
I forgot. I know I was on the couch. It was raining out. How did they win the game Sunday versus the
Aaron Judge walk-off 2-run home run.
So does that count as clutch or not?
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
scoring at home.
Absolutely. Okay. Are you really going to do the Brunson Judge thing here? All hail to your king.
I didn't mention Brunson. You did.
Well, you're bringing it up in the context of clutch, and he's the king of New York.
No.
The undisputed king of New York is Jalen Brunson. If I redid the vote today, we did last summer, this would be a landslide.
It wouldn't be fair, though.
It'd be Reagan Mondale.
It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, and you have JBDS, Jalen Brunson derangement syndrome. I didn't mention Brunson. I mentioned the king of New York. I was just bringing up that Judge gets killed for not being clutch. He was clutch.
I think everyone accepts that he's clutch in the regular season.
Why don't you go and ask Sean Morash?
If they win a division, you're talking about a big swing game, you could look back, and that's as good as a postseason home run there.
But you know that's not how it works. It's cute, and you're not wrong in terms of regular season matters. Like, I don't disagree with you. But you know full well, if Aaron Judge goes 0 for 8 in the divisional series, let me just give you this, all right? Me and Sean are at Yankee Stadium, because God knows the Mets didn't make the playoffs. We're at Yankee Stadium. Judge struck out for the 8th consecutive at-bat. Yankees are about to lose the division series. Judge is taking an offer. And Sean stands up. He starts booing Aaron Judge. I know he would do that. And I turn to you and I say, hey, Sean, you know why you shouldn't boo him? And you're like, why, Evan? And I said, because he hit a walk-off against the Rays on May 25th. You would punch
Right,
me.
you'd lose your mind, Sean.
So, am I right?
No.
I don't care.
I just think
Who cares?
Nah, it's a postseason homer. Counts.
Come on. Anyhow, Sean, feed us with a very popular Cinco de Luncho.
Sean Morash in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. Shout out to everybody at the Bayshore Little League fields last night talking to me about what we haven't been talking about on the Fan because we've been in Knicks fever. So I'm here to give you the 5 New York sports stories that the Knicks have buried here.
People are bitching because they're bitches.
Here we go.
Here we go. Number 5.
Odell Beckham Jr., still not a Giant.
That's true.
Jackson Dart's posting pictures with him, it seems like every other day on social media. What is going on?
It doesn't feel inevitable, but it's not ever going to be inevitable.
It either feels inevitable or it was never.
He introduced the president of Ask. Okay? That's the question.
Unbelievable. All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Nolan McLean is not Tom Seaver.
Yeah, he's been. Forget that. He's been awful his last few starts.
Yeah.
And
He's still young, man.
Still young, of course.
I think that we, and I raise my hand in this, I'm a part of this, we overhyped him very quickly because of our history with young pitching and because of what we saw in his rookie season, or not even in his rookie season, in his pre-rookie season. What he's going through right now is what most normal young pitchers go through. And it sucks, especially in a lost season. But Met fans, because I think we do this more than anybody because of our history with young pitching and great pitching, I think we overhype guys way too quick. And I was a part of it.
Well,
I own it.
It's probably easier to overhype a guy because you look at his stuff and it's just like, man, that sweeper and then all these other, the break and all these things, but it's all off-speed stuff. I think Cam Schlittler gets so much more credit because he's throwing heat.
What does Cam Schlittler have to do with this?
Give it a rest, really. When you think of Nolan
McClain,
it ultimately always comes back to the comparison to Schlittler.
That was also my fault.
Exactly.
I kept a running tab through the month of April. Yeah. I've canceled that. I've deleted that off my document page.
Good. You returned it. All right, here we go.
Number 3.
The number 3 New York sports story the Knicks have buried. Anthony Volpe's good? Question mark? Period? Exclamation point?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's good, but
it's hard to argue with some of his production.
Well, it's a very, very small sample size.
Very.
And I think that the Yankees, as of now, we'll see about the lineup tonight, are handling it the right way. He didn't play in the Tampa series. Caballero's the guy. Now Caballero can move to third on certain days, and Volpe has to earn his at-bats. And if he continues to hit and perform, I've got no issue with him being the shortstop and Caballero moving all over the diamond. My whole point was he has to earn it. He can't just be handed back to him. And right now, very small sample size, he's beginning to earn it.
Yes, he has.
Number 2.
The number 2 New York sports story the Knicks have buried is that Cam Schlittler is probably going to start the All-Star game.
He is right now, and we're third of the way through the season, far and away the best pitcher in the American League, if you look at any stat you want to look at. In baseball, it's different because you've got Misorowski and you've got Christopher Sanchez. You got a lot of guys having great years.
Right.
But other than Nick Martinez, Like, Cam Schlittler's got all the numbers are his, so he is definitely off far and away to the best start of any American League pitcher.
And how cool would that be? The Miz versus Schlittler on the All-Star game? I think that'd be a cool way to start it.
As of right now, that's what it would be.
All right, and here we go.
Number 1.
The number 1 New York sports story the Knicks have buried is that Carlos Mendoza is still managing the Mets. We were reminded of that last night.
Yeah, we brought it up earlier, so it's not really
Well,
buried.
I think it got unburied because of how embarrassing it was last night. And if you missed it, you could rewind to about 11:15 here on Evan and Tiki. We laid it out with some of the comments he made Monday, Ron Darling's critical comments on the Met broadcast last night, followed by Mendoza saying, I still haven't talked to David Peterson about not backing up on plate. Like, Carlos did it himself. The results are the results. They suck. And I think we've all unfortunately grown to accept that they're bad. It's the embarrassment of lack of accountability that we saw last night that should have got him fired.
Right.
He should have been fired last night.
Yeah, but it's also, it feels like this David Stearns, Steve Cohen moment is being slowly evaluated, not quickly evaluated. I think, it's too early to be talking trade deadline stuff, but they probably are.
Oh, they're going to sell off.
The man from Milwaukee.
And he's going to get the right to do it? The guy who whipped this team apart is going to get to sell guys off. That's cool.
Right, but if you're, let's just say Steve Cohen is making the decision and not David Stearns. Are you blaming Mendoza? Are you? I mean, yeah, you can blame him for what happened last night with David Peterson, but there are not great options for him.
No, David did a terrible job. The
Right.
man from Milwaukee did a god-awful job.
And so if you're not going to acknowledge that, how can you then skip over David Stearns and say it's the manager's fault?
Well, here's what I want to know. We all know David Stearns isn't going to get fired, not even suggesting he should be fired. I think the owner or David himself has to explain, why do you think you deserve the right to even run this trade deadline?
Yeah.
It's like the old Mike Milbury line from the Christopher Mad Dog Russo interview, one of the most legendary moments in the history of this radio station, when Chris Russo said to Mike Milbury, how do you still have a job? And it's very direct and it's mean.
Right, but they're not at that point yet.
No, but it's more...
It feels like it's heading that way.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to word it in a respectful but also tough way. It's not quite Sean Marks territory.
How does Sean Mark still have a job?
It's more, you've been awful.
Right.
Everything you've done is wrong. Why should you make now the next big decisions? And that's really a question for Steve Cohen more than it is David. Was that number 1?
That was number 1.
Oh.
Thanks for paying attention.
Back to Cam Schlittler for a second. You watched yesterday's Yankee game?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to pretend for a second like you didn't.
All right.
Okay, Sean, same thing. We all know the Yankees won. They won like 155-1.
Right.
Schlittler, 6 innings, 1 run, all good.
Right.
Pretend for a second.
He only gave up 1 home run.
1 home run, 4 hits, no walks.
Right.
Okay. Pretend you didn't know that. Pretend you didn't watch the game. And I want you to tell me how Cam Schlittler pitched last night from the description of Cam Schlittler.
Not the best. Stuff wasn't as sharp, but again, was able to, put the team in a position to win. That's all you can ask for. I just don't think it was my day, Thought I got some good sleep. Just wasn't my day. So, I was able to grind through that. Offense, obviously picked me up early. So, just trying to go out there, throw strikes, try to get ahead, and it was good to keep the pitch count down as well.
Dude, you love that.
5 innings, 5 runs, but the Yankees scored a lot of runs. That's the pitching line based on what he just said. Is that fair to say?
Right, exactly.
I grinded through 5.
Right, but they scored 12, and I got away with it. That's what it sounded like. I think he wants to finish games. I think in his mind, because it sounded like if you really listen to what he's saying, he's like, I slept well, but I just didn't feel good.
I love how he brought up the sleep. That was cool.
Well, he's like, I slept well, but I didn't feel good. I think he wants to go out and throw 8 innings every single outing.
He went 6.
I know, but I think he wants to go like 8 innings. And he's like, I didn't feel it, and so
is it going deeper into games or is it dominating? Because the one thing he didn't do last night is dominate, which is okay.
I mean,
he gave up 1 run.
He did have 6 strikeouts. And
No, but if you watch him, he didn't dominate.
No.
Like there were guys on base every inning but 2. He
Yeah.
gave up the home run. Like he wasn't.
Yeah, there was a little traffic, but it wasn't ever dangerous traffic. It's what happens in a 33 start season for a young pitcher. You're going to have some games where you're just maybe they get bats on balls.
The reason I'm only countering that you think he wants to go deep into games only because he really hasn't this season in terms of deeper than yesterday. Let me rephrase that because I think if you go 6 innings to start, you're actually doing your job in this day and age. But if you look at his track record this year, he's only had 1 start this year in which he completed the 7th inning. Right. Only 1. So it's not like he's doing that routinely. To me, it was more that he didn't dominate. And that's a tough critic, man. And that has to fire you up if you're a Yankee fan to hear Cam Schlittler self-describe his performance in which he gave up 4 hits and 1 run in 6 innings and didn't walk a guy as a slog and a grind, and I thought I slept well and it wasn't my day.
Right.
What? You pitched to a 1.50 ERA. That's his ERA on the season, and that's your ERA when you give up 1 run in 6 innings. And he says, not my day.
Right.
I am scared for the American League right now.
I love this. The ace of New York. Let's just crown him.
I mean, sure.
I mean, who's competing with
Garrett Cole may try to get that back.
Yeah,
Max
Cole,
Fried
Cole was fantastic. Obviously.
Yeah, well, there's nobody on the Mets. We're talking about the Yankees here. We're talking about the actual team. I think Garrett Cole wants that back. He's on the toe in the rubber tonight. Right. But that kind of comment after a game would just fire me up if I'm a Yankee.
Yeah, how can you not?
It's a slog.
You know what you're getting every single time he gets on the rubber. Every single time.
7-2, 1.50 ERA. The Yankees have won 9 of the 12 games he has pitched, and the 3 losses, 5-4, 4-3, and 2-1. So they have been in position to win every single game this man has pitched.
He's so good. Let's go.
Why were you baiting people with it, though, yesterday? Did you see what he did?
I didn't bait anybody. I stated a fact, and I praised somebody.
Can I explain to
I
Tiki?
didn't see this, so tell me.
You know what he did yesterday?
What did he do?
You want me to read it to you?
Was this on Twitter?
Yeah, it was a social media thing. So I'll read it to you.
Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I have to pull it up. But it was very...
I'm ready. You're not ready.
I'm not ready. You ready for it?
I am now.
Here we go. Do I tweet that Cam Schlittler is actually better at his job than Jalen Brunson is at his? And that's not a knock on Brunson, but it's actually just the factual highest praises for Schlittler. Or do I let it be? Well, obviously, by tweeting it, you're not letting it be.
You didn't let it be at all.
But to find a way the day after the Knicks go to the NBA Finals to somehow say Cam Schlittler is better than Jalen Brunson, I almost commend him for creativity.
Well,
what do you say,
what
Tiki?
kind of reaction did you get?
What do you think his reaction was?
You're an idiot. Shut the hell up.
Why
you
am
troll.
why am I being a Knicks hater? Not being a Knicks hater.
Net fan.
I'll read you some of the responses. This is awful engagement farming. You're better than this. The next response is, are you struggling?
Farming.
Are you struggling with ED? Rose Sparks get you. Oh, I can't read that rest of that.
Sure that wasn't an ad?
I think it was.
It definitely was an ad. You got botted. You got auto-botted.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Because they know that men are responding to your tweets.
Yes.
And so it's like, hey, guys,
That's
you
what
having
happened.
trouble getting it up?
This guy said, you're finally getting the mute button. You're a stupid Knicks hater. Get a diet. You're fat. That's not nice.
Nah, that's a common
so
one.
mean.
I mean, what's the point of that? Tubby's trying to get Knicks fans mad, but Schlittler is amazing. You probably should have just ate another bag of Cheetos that nobody gives a bleep about.
They responded well.
Yeah, do you think that was a dumb baiting kind of thing to say?
Definitely he was baiting.
Yeah, no reason to do that.
Yes.
Jalen Brunson's king, man. Just salute him and move on. You
Hold
can
on.
appreciate Schlittler without taking a
He's
Schlittler on Jalen
he's
Brunson.
technically the prince.
Who is?
The
Brunson.
He's not the prince.
He's the prince.
Matthew Schaefer is the prince.
No, Matthew Schaefer.
No, Jalen Brunson is the king. Matthew Schaefer is the prince.
Jalen Brunson's not the king.
Of course he's the king.
No,
Just
he's
led the Knicks to the finals.
And Judge led the Yankees to the World Series.
Big deal. The Knicks are a loser franchise, and Jalen Brunson said you're not losers
Evan,
anymore.
no matter how hard you try to put the IBO hat on, you're going too far the other way. And we're not going to do the King of New York debate today. All I said, bottom line is this, deny this. Who is better, Jalen Brunson in the NBA or Cam Schlittler as a starting pitcher?
Jalen Brunson in the NBA?
You don't even believe that. And you know it. And you know I was
I
right.
answered
That's what's
your-
funny about the tweet.
I answered your question. Let's go to Nick in Norwalk. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Nick.
Hey, boys, how's it going?
All's well.
Great.
I say, one, that Sean is a master at baiting, so that's a given. But I just wanted to call, maybe I'm a little too downtrodden as a Mets fan right now, but is there a risk that you're going to ruin these young kids, not by only bringing them up before it's too soon, but putting them into what I assume is a miserable clubhouse with a dead man walking manager and having constant boos rain down? Like, even if it's not on them, it's on the team. Just seems like that's a horrible first year in the league and takes a lot of stones to make it past that.
Nick,
curious what you guys think.
that is an intangible question, and it's a very good one though, because you don't know when a young player comes in and the manager, people have lost faith in the manager, and I'm talking about the fan base, but I don't know if the same thing is happening in that locker room. If the players are like, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's not holding these guys accountable. David Peterson should be reprimanded for whatever and XYZ and yada yada yada. And as a player, you start saying, and this is how it is in major leagues.
Yeah,
like this is not what I thought it was going to be. This isn't the dialed in, elite professionalism that I thought was going to rule my career here in New York. And so there is a danger of that if it doesn't get corrected. And the problem is that the leader who historically has been it over the last 5 or 6 years is Francisco Lindor. And he's not in the locker room right now.
I mean, he was in the dugout last night. I don't know if he can still lead when he's not on the road, but he was in the building last night. He's been there for the first brutal part of this homestand.
Right.
I think that, look, you nailed it with the first thing you said. It's an intangible that's impossible to quantify.
Right.
All I know as fans, we want to see the young players play. Mm-hmm. The last thing we want to do is watch Eric Wagaman every single day.
Right.
So I would think that A.J. Ewing getting major league experience is good for him.
It's valuable.
I think I think there's more value in that than the negativity of, well, the team is bad and the clubhouse is bad. If it is, I don't know if the clubhouse is bad. It just may not care.
Right.
It just may be facing the reality that they're not a very good team.
Well, they don't really know each other. They're all from different places.
Yeah, it's still a very new team.
It's very new together. There's no, hey, remember we went through something like this 2 years ago? No, I don't, because I'm 22 and I was on the Brewers. You know what I mean?
Knicks fans may be stunned by something Reggie Miller said last night about you. We'll take a listen to it coming up, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019.
I'm always busy and on the go, so knowing my family is safe is so important. That's why our partners at Sloman's installed the Sloman Shield Link system into my home. Combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind, it's manageable right from my phone. It's really cool that I can open the garage door even if I'm not even at home. Someone's got to deliver something. Like Tracy bought all these new rugs for our living room, so I could just open the garage door, tell the Amazon delivery guy to drop it inside, and take care of it a little bit later. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports
Bad
Minute.
news for the rest of the AFC as Kansas City Chiefs star quarterback Patrick Mahomes spotted practicing at OTAs. He is wearing a brace on his knee, but still, he's practicing. And the expectation is that he'll be good to go to start in Week 1 on Monday night against the Denver Broncos. And if that's true, and if he's healthy the entire season, you are nuts if you think the Chiefs aren't returning to the postseason. I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands. Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Get an Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Welcome to 215 Maple Drive. We just put this property on the market.
Love the crown molding.
Oh, wait until you see the walk-in closets and the bathroom tile.
Does it have Verizon Fios? You know, 100% fiber internet?
No Fios, but it looks like it's got cable. Let's check out the kitchen.
No Fios? Yeah, no thank you.
Don't you want to see the rest? Okay, bye-bye.
Get Verizon Fios, because when you're moving, it's 100% or nothing.
Injured in an accident? Your case in the hands of one lawyer may settle for $100,000, but in the hands of the right law firm could be worth millions. The Rothenberg Law Firm has been representing injury victims for over 50 years, winning and collecting billions for our clients. And we're not stopping now. The Rothenberg Law Firm, 1-800-624-8888, or visit us at injurylawyer.com.
Be a lawyer for injured ones, injurylawyer.com.
If we're being honest, guys in this town, pretty confident. And hey, that's not a bad thing. But are you willing to put it to the test? California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month. Plus, get free health and genetic screenings. And more importantly, you're helping families who can't do this on their own. So if you really think you've got it, and you know who you are, put it to good use. Apply now and see if you qualify. Check out spermbank.com to learn more.
Summer starts behind the wheel of a new Mercedes-Benz at the Mercedes-Benz of Edison Memorial Day sales event. Selection has never been better. Over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and a sales team dedicated to helping you find the right one. And of course, you'll experience unparalleled Ray Cattina customer service. One reason why Mercedes-Benz of Edison earned the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year award by Cars.com. Start your summer now at the Mercedes-Benz of Edison Memorial Day sales event.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-535-1582. 800-535-1582. Again, that's 800-535-1582.
A cool and crisp Modelo taste.
Up extra shifts for your family. Now you want to be the boss. Success is getting your foot in the door. Now you want to take the next step. Success looks different to everyone, and University of Maryland Global Campus can help you reach your goals. And there's never been a better time to get started on your future. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. As an accredited state university, UMGC has been transforming lives for over 75 years. With more than 135 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, online and hybrid courses, personalized support, financial resources, and lifetime career services, achieving your dreams is more possible than ever before. Choose the program that's right for your career goals and get started on your next success. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. Argentina is trading at 9.5% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $1,053 if they win soccer's biggest prize. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code CMAC, that's CMAC, to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prizes, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Get breaking sports news here. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
It has been a busy Wednesday. A lot of basketball, some baseball mixed in there. If you go back to the very, very beginning of the show at 10 a.m. and you rewind on the Odyssey app, we reacted to the Oklahoma City Thunder going up 3-2 and maybe being the likely opponent for the New York Knicks and SGA and Jalen Brunson and the foul merchantry that will go on in the NBA Finals. But there was
that word.
Foul merchantry? Yeah, you like that one. It's pretty good. But there was something else that happened in last night's Western Conference game that I think the Knicks fan may be sort of intrigued by. And that was a comment that Reggie Miller made. Because remember, Reggie, you're doing these games. This is on NBC Peacock. This whole NBA Western Conference Finals run. So you hear Mike Tirico, you hear Jamal Crawford,
right,
and you hear Reggie Miller.
Who's usually been a Knick detractor.
Reggie?
Hater.
Oh, yeah.
Troller.
I mean, yeah. Like, think about, we weren't through it last year when the Knicks collapsed in Game 1 against Indiana. It was bad enough that they lost. Reggie's on the microphone enjoying himself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he was watching the game or it was on YouPorn. I'm not sure what was going on. So, Reggie, yeah, I think he's a self-professed Knick hater. Yes. So they're reading a promo for the NBA Finals, which obviously includes the New York Knicks. And Reggie Miller said this.
Listen to what I'm about to say, Michael Tirico, Jamal Crawford.
Where are you going with this?
Whomever wins this series, I've seen enough from the Knicks. The Knicks are going to be favored in the finals to win it all. I'm just telling you right now.
Hey, let me look at your cup. What you put in this cup?
I've seen enough.
Reg King Sportsbook.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
No, I'm just saying, the way they are playing at both ends of the floor, they are well connected.
Well connected.
They're well connected.
He's right.
Well, he's wrong and he's right. Reggie, if you want to pick the Knicks to win the NBA title, just say it.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be the favorites. That's okay, by the way. Being the favorites or not being the favorites does not matter.
Yeah, I forgot. He said they're going to be the
they're
favorites.
Going to be the favorites. No, they're not.
They're my favorites to win.
Yeah.
They're going to be the favorites. They're not going to be the favorites.
It's Reggie like half giving the Knicks fans something, but then not giving it fully. Just say what you want to say. Say what most of New York is saying right now. The New York Knicks are going to win the NBA championship. Say it. But they're not going to be the favorites. There are already betting lines for Knicks Thunder or Knicks Spurs, and in both cases, the Knicks are underdogs. They're not monstrous underdogs. They're not unprecedented underdogs. They are less of an underdog against San Antonio than they are Oklahoma City. But the Reg King Sportsbook, as Tirico joked, that book doesn't exist.
Right.
The Knicks are going to be underdogs. So if you want to say, hey, guys, I've seen enough, they're going to win an NBA championship, then have some balls and say they're going to win the NBA title.
That would be going out on a limb. Do you think he would get flack in Indiana if he said that?
No.
If he picked the Knicks?
No.
Do you think he'll pick the Knicks when it comes down to it?
He basically did without saying it. I almost take that as him picking the Knicks.
But the problem with what he said is he kicked it off to somebody else. He's like, I'm floating around in this with these guys. I'm hanging out with these dudes. But they're not my people. They're not my friends. Like, right? I go out to eat with them every day. I go to the bar with them every day. But they're not my friends, right? That's what he basically said regarding the Knicks' ability to win a championship. Somebody else is going to tell you that they're going to win a championship, not me. Somebody else is going to say they're going to win it. So just go out on a limb, Reggie.
They're not going to be the favorites.
No.
Like, that's just one thing that we need to accept. And again, that's okay. It doesn't matter if they're favorites or not. Like, what does that matter if they're favorites? Bottom line is, you think because of how connected they are and how well they've played that they're going to win the NBA championship. And I think by the time we get to game one, because we have time, we just still don't officially know the opponent, I think there are going to be more people picking the Knicks than we in New York assume. Because here's what's happened over the last few weeks, and I understand the anger and the bitterness over it. The national media has always disrespected the Knicks, and I've explained why they've been the LOL Knicks. And so much like the Mets and the Jets, they have been kind of saddled with this LOL moniker, a lot of it earned over the years. The Knicks clearly have shaken that. They are not LOL Knicks. They're a real team. And it takes people time to accept that. And so throughout this Eastern Conference run, there's been disrespect by the national media. Maybe it's not liking New York, too. That's probably a big part of it as well. I think the New York Knicks have succeeded in beating the respect out of people.
Right.
That you are going to hear, not that you should care, more voices tell you the New York Knicks are going to win the NBA title.
Isn't it more that they've earned the respect of the doubter? That's what it feels like.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Beating the respect out of you.
True, but
same thing.
It's also, they've done it in such a convincing fashion, you can't just say it was a fluke. Oh, they got fluky and won this game this way.
Especially when they're annihilating teams.
And they won in 6.
Yeah.
Right? They've swept the last 2 opponents.
And also, there's been criticism.
Convincingly.
Right. And there's criticism of the run that they're on, like who they're beating. The 24 Celtics faced worse teams.
Yeah.
It's not even that close.
Right.
Like if we're comparing runs and
That's
who
a good
they
point.
beat, like the Boston Celtics beat no 50-win team to get to the NBA Finals. I think they were like one of the first teams to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks beat a 50-win team.
Right.
In fact, to win a championship, they're going to have to beat a 60-win team.
Right.
Because that's what San Antonio and Oklahoma City have. So they've already had a more impressive run in terms of who they've beaten than Boston, and they've annihilated everybody in their way. Now, we heard a caller earlier mention that it all started after that Atlanta game, like that brutal loss to the Hawks on NFL draft night.
Yeah.
And how we lost Positive Tommy that night because the positivity died. Here is the on-air call from Tommy Lugauer as the Knicks lost that game to Atlanta.
Real
Take a
time.
listen.
As soon as this Knick game wraps up, we will get to that as well. 888-808-1019 is the phone number to call. It is After Hours on the Fan. Knicks lost. What is that? Another just awful possession. Look, I love Jalen Brunson. He's Captain Clutch. You want the ball in his hands. It just cannot sit there in his hands and everybody else watch and they don't move the basketball around. You cannot win a championship like this. You can't.
Wow.
And you let 2 games slip away. The series should be 3-0 Knicks. Instead, it's 2-1 Hawks. No biggie.
If I just clip, they can't win a championship. That could be saved forever.
That could be dangerous.
But in fairness, his context was fair.
It was funny because you heard him like, we're going to be talking about the Knicks. Like the last play was happening as he was trying to keep talking through the show. But again, this is what I meant. How is Tommy going to watch a finals game and do his show? You heard it. Like you heard him getting elevated. His pitch was changing because there was like an important moment happening in the game. And that was on the draft night. And it took over.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to do a show.
Nah, he's a pro. He'll fight through it.
I mean,
Yeah, it's this about Tommy with the Knicks in the finals in his first year doing nights. He has a chance to really make some monumental hay in his career here.
No, absolutely. Right. Like we're going to be playing clips of all the, especially if there's like a buzzer beater.
Don't forget the Giants.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's likely to be on after me, right?
Yes, but at least this is live during a game and being the very first voice.
Right.
Yeah, those are two different things. Like on during a game is a challenge. Al
Right.
Cintron did it the other night, did a brilliant job. It ain't easy. But I love it as a listener because then I can go back and listen to it like we just did. And here's what's crazy about that Tommy clip. That's the last time the Knicks lost. That was a month plus ago.
And now I'm rethinking Ozzy's call.
Yes.
Because Ozzy basically put it like the reverse. We lost positive Tommy.
That loss killed positive Tommy.
Killed
in his
positive
mind.
Tommy.
Yeah.
And then the Knicks went on a run afterwards.
Correct.
If you actually listen to what Tommy said, Jalen Brunson and ISO trying to score and drive. He doesn't even get a shot off. They can't win this way.
He was right.
They immediately changed.
That's right.
The next game on Cat's suggestion that we've heard, this is how it took place.
That's the legend. The legend is it was Cat.
Right. Cat suggested
which
this
I
to Mike
believe.
Brown, and it happened. The ball went through him, and from that point on, they've blown out basically the rest of the series that they played in. So maybe Tommy was right.
Oh, he was right. Oh, no question. I think that was the sentiment from a lot of Knick fans. That's why, with jokes aside, I thought Tommy did a great job. I think he represented the way Knick fans felt in that moment, which was disgust no shot was taken off, and Jalen Brunson being too ISO heavy.
However, if you go to game one of the Cavaliers series, Jalen Brunson being ISO heavy is what got them back in the game.
Well, there are going to be times in the NBA Finals and in the Eastern Conference Finals where, that is the formula.
Guys, hold my beer. I got this.
And he does it.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Brunson goes out and says, watch the King of New York go to work.
And he's 6'2", and he's small.
Yes. John in Garden City. What's up, John?
What's up, guys?
Yo.
So I got something Yankees for you, something WFAN was founded on, which is a makeup trade. And if, just hear me out, because this makes too much sense. I was enjoying watching my Yankees just bludgeon the Rays, and I said to myself, what do the Yankees have that they're loaded with? An abundance of starting pitching.
No, you mean the Royals. The Royals.
So, yes, they were playing the Royals, but the Yankees have tons of starting pitching.
Right.
So this is the deal I make. I asked the Royals for
Bobby Witt,
Sal Perez, and you could give me Lugo or Waka, one of those guys. You don't have, but here's what I give them. I give them Cam Schlittler, and Volpe.
Whoa!
Bobby Witt Jr. is a top 5 player.
No. But John, I'm going to tell you the wows, where the wows came from. I thought we were doing our traditional, by law, once a month, fake FAN dopey trade.
Yeah.
It's like a legal thing. We have to do it every month.
Right.
We drew straws. We got the small straw, so it's not happening with the afternoon show or the morning show or the night show or the overnight show. So we're like, all right, you know what? Perfect time to draw that straw. Here's our fake trade. I thought you were just going to name random average pitchers.
Me too.
I didn't think you were ready to offer Cam Schlittler.
I thought you were going to say Carlos Rodon, an aging
Elmer Rodriguez,
an aging Max Fried, throw in LaGrenier, like all these other things. Cam Schlittler.
Yeah.
Nah.
I didn't see that coming.
Click.
Well,
that's a click.
Well, hold on a second.
Hang up, dude.
I ain't hanging up. I'd make that trade. Bobby Witt Jr. is one of the best players in baseball.
Not for Cam Schlittler.
He's 25 years old.
Cam Schlittler has a chance to be the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, Cam Schlittler's everything that Paul Skeens hopes he is.
Time out. Stop it. Time out. All right?
Okay.
Before we engage in this any further, and we're not, because we're going to move on to something else. Would you rather have the best player?
Would you rather, what are we, like 12 now?
Well,
hey,
because
Sean, would you rather kiss a girl?
Kiss a girl? What's the question? Would you rather have the best position player in baseball or the best pitcher in baseball? Knowing the volatility of pitching.
Position player.
Okay. So there you go. That's why you're wrong.
But the Yankees already have both.
I hate you, Evan, for being rational.
No, I am rational and right about that. If the Royals called you up today and said, all right, guys, we're going to do it straight up.
Right.
We're going to trade you the face of our franchise, Bobby Witt Jr., for Cam Schlittler.
And then you still have Max Fried and
you got to make that trade.
Or at the age. No, you don't have to make the trade. Evan, and that's a stupid way of putting it.
You got LaGrenier coming up behind him.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
They were pretty good.
It's a stupid way of looking at it. Is it easier to construct a lineup of 9 guys that can get by or find the true ace at the top of the staff?
It's very tough to find an ace, but he's also going to make 30 starts a year, and there's a chance he's going to get hurt.
But
pitchers are volatile.
Okay, but right now, if you're a Yankee fan, this is why a Yankee fan would say no, because the Yankee fan is in, we need to win right now mode. And Cam Schlittler is a guy every 3 starts, he's going to in the postseason.
All right.
You're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, oh God, thank God Cam is pitching today. You know they're scoring 1 run, maybe 2.
I get you. I give him credit. You know, for our legally required 1 dumb trade a month, that was that wasn't bad.
You get a golf clap for that one.
You get a golf clap. You came to the party with an Uzi. You know, you were like, all right, let's go.
Evan, that was a little too vigorous of a clap. A golf clap is just the one hand, 1 fingers on the palm, not palm. Palms is too loud.
Yeah,
it's like golf clap.
Golf clap means it's quieter.
Right, it's quiet. It's like 1 hand, fingers on the palm.
I got you.
Fingers on the palm.
That's what I did at Madison Square Garden when they announced Donovan Mitchell's name. I gave him a golf clap.
What'd you do with Mikal Bridges?
Booed his ass. But to be fair, you know what I did for James Harden? Booed louder.
Good.
Yeah. I was booing everybody.
And everybody was probably with you.
Yeah. Oh, no, they joined in on that one. Sam is in New Jersey. What's up, Sam?
Hey, Sam.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I had a different turning point than you guys did today because it happened before the turning point that you guys or Emmanuel had.
What?
I thought it was
That
a
was
challenge,
not the turning
but
point.
that's not a big deal. No biggie on that.
The challenge.
And the other thing is, I mean, who wants to play the Knicks, Tiki? Please.
I mean,
what might have now? Listen, if they ever played SGA, right? Okay, he slows the game down by getting fouls, but whenever he ain't doing that, the Knicks are all over the place, putting the ball in the basket. Yeah. That's all I've been
They're
seeing.
also an elite-level defensive team, Oklahoma City. It doesn't mean you can't beat them, and I agree with your question of who wants to play the Knicks. No one wants to play the Knicks. They're on a rampage like we've never seen in NBA history.
Right.
But right now, if you're the Thunder or the Spurs, you don't have a choice. By getting to the finals, you're playing the Knicks.
Right.
So who wants to play the Knicks? They both do.
Of course they
Just
do.
not the ideal time right
But
now.
you're
to
right
play them.
defensively. Like who is it that was long? Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta presented some length issues.
Right. And so OKC is going to present that. They're just big. Chet's big. Ihart's big. Even SGA, who doesn't really defend, but they're bigger players.
And they're so deep that even with the injuries that they're dealing with right now, they still possess that. Look, this is the best team in the league. Like, they are what they are. They are the best team in this sport. They were the number one defensive team in the league all year. It's going to present a lot of challenges. But to our last caller's point, if the Knicks are going to spray the basketball the way they have over the last few weeks, if they're going to make threes at the rate they're making it, especially Landry Shamet in the previous round, if they're going to play with the effort and the tenacity, which you fully expect, they have absolutely a shot to beat this behemoth team.
I 100% agree with you. I mean, the Knicks have a chance. I mean, I'm not saying it's a Reggie Miller favored chance, but they definitely will have a chance.
What'll be very interesting from Tiki Barber and from everyone around here is when we get to Monday and Tuesday of next week, are people pulling the string or pulling not the string, pulling the
cord?
No.
The ripcord?
No, like pulling the something that the Knicks are going to win this series. Like they're pulling the
wool over your eyes?
I don't even know what idiom you're trying to get to.
I think the thing you shoot with a gun. Like
what?
What's
the trigger?
Yeah, pulling the trigger. That's what I'm looking for. Are they pulling the trigger on actually saying...
That might have been the most epic idiot with idiom we've had since we started this thing. Because none of us knew what the hell you were talking about either.
Got there, though.
Yeah, you did.
And it makes sense.
It does.
Pulling the trigger on actually picking the Knicks to win this series. I could see Tiki's on the fence. I know Gio's already said they're winning the title. Craig's, a fanboy. He's going to pick it. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah.
I'd be fascinated to see.
I'm going to actually have to put some thought into this.
You're going into the rabbit hole for this one.
Yeah, I am.
You're going to really be studying this.
Let's not forget, OKC, at the beginning of the season, we were like, this team's going to lose 4 games this year.
Yeah, they were on a 96 Bulls pace at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it was wonderful how good they were. And then they went through a little stretch, and then they were fine.
That's why, remember this, Knicks fans, if you beat the Thunder, no one, I don't care who they are, they can never say a word to you. Yeah. You will have beaten the defending NBA champion and a defending NBA champion that at times this season looked like one of the greatest teams we've ever seen.
That's right.
So,
I mean, it's not quite what Sean was alluding to with the Giants beating the undefeated New England Patriots in 2007, but it's close.
I'll tell you one thing that's very different.
If they win.
I'll tell you one thing that's very different. While the Patriots were undefeated, all-time great team, they weren't coming off a championship.
That's right.
Thunder were.
That's right.
I'm just saying. Patriots had been a while since they won a championship.
I was going to say, it had been a while.
So there's more 96 Yankees.
That's a good one. Yes. And in case people forget,
I was pissed off at the Yankees in those years because, they were on the back page and I wasn't.
Yeah, they took it away from you. The 96 Braves were heavily favored over the Yankees in that series and destroyed them in the first 2 games. So that's a good comp. I agree with that.
You're welcome.
See, that's a Yankee comp I could buy, unlike the other one.
I feel nothing but 98 vibes. You'll hear from me at 10:09 tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.
Really? You're taking the last 40 minutes off because you made a point I agreed with?
There we go.
That's where we're at. I will get back to your calls in a minute. 888-808-1019. And what we're looking for tonight from Garrett Cole as he makes start number 2 in his return from Tommy John.
This portion of the program is sponsored by HL Gross Jewelers. Shop HL Gross in Garden City or at hlgross.com. It's also sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics is expanding across Long Island and New Jersey with offices coming to Babylon, West Babylon, Comac, and West Orange. From sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, they're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com today.
If you're ready to pop the big question, discover why 5 generations have purchased their diamonds from HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City. Save yourself all the hassle and come to HL Gross, where you'll get the guaranteed best price, education, and guidance. HL Gross Jewelers, Long Island's premier bridal ring store.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you be the most of Question 1 Sports. Men's French Open tennis round 2 continues tomorrow, and I think fatigue is going to play a big factor in the matchup between Vitko Priva and Martin Landaluthe. Both played 5-setters in round 1, but Landaluthe required multiple medical timeouts and was visibly struggling in the sweltering Paris conditions. Kopriva is a solid clay court player, and as an underdog tomorrow, I think he grinds out another gritty win. I'm playing Vitko Priva on the money line. I'm Pat Boyle, Bet Smarter, Beat the Books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. that make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
It's a Yingling thing. Knowing you should never show up empty-handed, you bring something that fits the night. Like a case of Flight by Yingling, a premium light beer that's low-calorie, low-carb, and deliciously refreshing. It's a Yingling thing. Keep it light with Flight.
Get your Yingling Lager at Dive Bar Pizza in Montauk, Rudy's Bar on 9th Avenue between 44th and 45th, or the Erie Hotel in Port Jervis. Yingling Lager, an ice-cold tradition, ready to be poured. Enjoy one today.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible. But Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
It's the road ahead, brought to you by the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Visit your local Kia dealer today. The team from the Bronx continues its homestand with a 3-game series against Tampa Bay before heading out on the road beginning with Kansas City.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
You look like you could use a refresher, a Dunkin' refresher. Try Dunkin's delicious black cherry or berry acai refreshers. One sip and you'll feel refreshed. There's so many delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' refresher. Dunkin' refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' refreshers are fruit flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply. Hey, it's Greg Giannotti from Boomer and Geo here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems, especially at night. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to try North Shore at northshore.com. Their team of experts will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than store brands. Switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com, and focus on life, not leaks.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch, presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Hey, if you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your business mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't actually need. But with My Biz Plan from Verizon Business, you can choose exactly what you want and only pay for what you need for your business. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Visit VerizonBusiness.com. Do it today to learn more and make the switch. Verizon Business.
MSC Cruises Memorial Day sale is here. For a limited time, get up to 40% off cruises plus kids sail free. Experience MSC Cruises' signature blend of European style and American comfort, from global flavors to Broadway-style shows and more. Book your next holiday to must-see destinations like the Caribbean, Alaska, and beyond. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Todd. I've come to Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to make a declaration of deals on all Ram trucks at Ramsey.
John Montone, during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now, you can save big on the heavy-duty truck you need to reliably haul the largest of loads year-round.
Lease a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $399 a month for 39 months.
Or buy and get 0% APR financing
for 60 months. No monthly payments for 90 days.
And here's another declaration. Ram is America's best full-size truck, complete with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Declare yours today at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of
exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. VIN number TN362106. MSRP $59,755. $48.88 due at signing plus tax, title, registration, and fees. $0 security deposit in 6/126.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Get everything you need for the entire job delivered. From lumber to drywall, flooring, and fixtures, get it all delivered from the Home Depot. With same day, next day, or any day delivery. Staying on track and on time is crucial to your job. That's why it's our job to get you what you need when you need it. We deliver the supplies. You deliver the results. Brought to you by the Home Depot.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. It's Andrew Abbott, Huascar Brazoban in a bullpen game at Citi Field. The Reds again take on the Mets at 7:10. Garrett Cole makes his second start of the season as he's facing Andrew Abbott. Who the hell's Andrew Abbott pitching for?
Cincinnati, lefty.
All right, we're facing Bailey. Somebody's
Bailey
facing
Falter, another lefty.
Bailey
Both
Falter.
lefties.
Garrett Cole makes his second start of the year as he faces Bailey Falter, 7:40 with the Yankees and Royals right here on the Fan. Good job by me fumbling that.
Our governor, Kathy Hochul, made a little bit of a mistake.
You saw this?
Yeah, talking about the New York Knicks.
Your governor.
My governor. Yes, I live in New York. You do not. You live in New Jersey. She is not your governor. She is my governor, and when asked about the president knowing much about the Knicks, she said this.
Do you think of him saying he's a lifelong Knicks fan? I think that's how the Times reported it.
I asked him to name the starting lineup from 1993 championship team and see how he does.
Obviously, they didn't win the championship in 1993. They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think she meant 1973.
I mean,
so was that a misspeak, or does she have no idea what she's talking about?
It's probably a misspeak, but she maybe doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I'll go with the doesn't know what she's talking about.
It doesn't make sense, though, that he would be a New York Knicks fan.
Yeah, he's a New Yorker.
Right, and he lived here forever, and the Knicks were good.
You know my guess on that? If I had to guess? My guess is President Trump is a Knicks fan in that he's from New York. Why wouldn't he be? He's not a Brooklyn Net fan. Though I did see a picture of him at a New Jersey Nets game at the Meadowlands. I don't think right now he can name a starting five. Like that I would agree with. And by the way, nor should he. He's got other things to worry about. Right. So I would say when it comes to most politicians, there's probably a fandom inside, but I don't think it's an up-to-date fandom.
Oh, and he was a sports fan.
Yes. So, no doubt.
I mean, it makes sense he would be a New York Knicks fan.
The biggest political mistake when it comes to a politician giving a sports opinion, I will never change on this, is Mayor Giuliani. Mayor Giuliani was running for president, okay? This was 2000. It was the 2008 election, but he was running in the fall of 2007.
Yep.
Naturally so. And he's in Rhode Island or Maine, one of the New England states. And the Red Sox are about to play the Rockies in the World Series. And the mayor is asked, who are you rooting for? Now, we all know that Mayor, no matter what you think about him politically, true diehard Yankee fan.
Yes.
Respect it, no issue with it, real Yankee fan. Instead of giving the real answer, which is, I'm rooting for the Rockies, I hate the Red Sox, I don't care where I'm campaigning, he said, because he was trying to be nice to the people around him.
And where was he again?
He was in one of the New England states.
Okay.
Let's say New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Probably, in fact, New Hampshire.
Right.
Just based on the political calendar. And he says, well, I'm an American League fan, so I'll be rooting for the Red Sox. And I'm like, he's dead. Like, he can't. Bro, Mr. Mayor, you know the deal. Like, you, unlike everyone else, like, you are a sports fan.
That's going to live.
Yeah, they can see
It's going to come back to New York.
And people in Boston.
And there's more voters in New York.
But also the people there can see right through you.
Of course.
Like,
They know
you're a
you're
Yankee
lying.
fan. You're not rooting for the Red Sox because the Rockies are a National League team. And I thought that was, if I had to measure all of the sports mistakes made by a politician on the campaign trail, biggest one ever.
Yeah. Because you're admitting to the world you're not truthful.
You're admitting you're a fraud. Like Kathy Hochul, no one thinks she knows anything about the Knicks anyway. No one's offended. It's just like, ha, she doesn't know. 93, 70. It's not a big deal. Giuliani, come on, man.
Yeah, you knew.
You knew. Don't say that.
I mean,
just say you hate the Red Sox.
You were in New York too long to know that would be forgotten.
And you were in New York, and I also respected.
Not forgotten, excused.
Excused.
Right.
And he also, and I respected him about this. During the Subway World Series, he didn't play any games. He's like, I'm a Yankee fan. And he wore his Yankee hat. He was a Yankee guy. And I respected that he wasn't going to play both sides.
Right.
He was just like, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm sorry, Met fans. This is who I am. But there was something genuine about that. But that 07 thing, that bothers me. That's why he lost, by the way. Anyone who wonders, like, how come Giuliani didn't have a good presidential campaign in 07 into 08? That's why he lost.
Right.
It also may have been the strategy of waiting
he lied to us.
He lied to us.
And we knew. We all knew.
That's right.
Even they knew.
He also waited for Florida, which was also a really bad campaign strategy. Like, he was basically like, I'm just going to lose all these early primaries, and then I'll win Florida. And then he didn't win Florida, and then he was done. Who won the Republican primary in 2008? Go ahead, Sean.
Mitt Romney.
Close.
John McCain?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you were 4 years off, and Romney ran, so that's like a tiny victory. Anyhow, tonight, let's put Garrett Cole in the window seat. The window seat is brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 30% on new windows and doors. Garrett Cole was very impressive in his first start.
Yeah, he definitely was. By the way, Mitt Romney never ran for president. So how the hell did he win the primary?
Yes, he did.
I mean, he wasn't in the presidential election.
No, but he was in that primary though.
But he wasn't one of the final two candidates.
But he forgot that. Clearly.
Wait a minute. Okay, so obviously McCain ran versus Obama. Who was the other one?
Romney.
So why are you saying he wasn't in
that one?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just getting the years flopped.
Right. It wasn't that bad of a mistake. I almost excuse that one. Because, we did get Romney-Obama.
Right.
And Romney ran in the 08 election.
Those Obama elections, like a dynasty, very much like the Yankee World Series. You forget certain playoff moments.
You forget who we beat?
The opponents.
I think that happens.
Because the second one, I don't even remember. I didn't remember it was Romney.
The Romney-Obama one?
No, I don't remember
The two-termers are tough.
It's like because you just chalk, he's winning.
Yeah.
Like most presidents, except for Bush, go to Trump, but he went to non-consecutive.
That's a Grover Cleveland thing. That was weird. Yes.
Right. But other than Bush, it's been two-term presidents.
Right. And usually you beat two different people. Right. Dwight beat the same guy, Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah, did they play the Texas Rangers in the ALCS? I forgot which one.
In which year?
I'm talking about like the Obama.
Right.
You know, these Yankee playoff years. They blend together.
You don't know your Yankee playoff years?
They have very much, as the years have gone on, they've blended.
How'd the 2010 season end? Go.
Tigers, Game 5.
No. Lost to the Rangers in the ALCS.
Oh, that was when Freddie Says died.
I'm a little disappointed in you.
When was the Tiger Game 5?
2011. You're 1 year off. 2011 was Game 5. Doug Fister barely knew her. Game 5. Following year, 2012, you lost to the Tigers in the ALCS.
That was the Jeter year.
Okay. Who's the Yankee guy around here?
Not me, apparently. I only know the Giants.
Let's go to Vinny on Long Island. What's up, Vinny?
Hey, Vinny.
What's going on, guys? Best show, without a doubt, on the fan. How you doing today?
Good, man.
We appreciate it. What's up?
All right, so listen, I kind of agree with Tiki a little bit in regards to the 6 foot, 2 or 6'3". We're splitting hairs. I got 7 guys that are NBA champions, 30 years counting. So that's almost since NBA's inception. It's almost 40% of the time where 6'3" or less have been NBA champions, and we're splitting hairs if we're saying 6'2" or 6'3".
Right, but
okay, or 1A or 1.
But Vinny, how many of those guys were the 1A?
All right, I'm going to give you the main guys that are 1A.
Okay.
Not counting Steph Curry, who's going to be there.
Right.
6'2", what's he got? 4? That's 4.
Right.
Bob Cousy, I'm sorry, KC Jones with he was probably like 1B. He's got 8. Tony Parker has 4.
Oh, right.
Isaiah
Parker.
Isaiah Thomas, 6'1". He's got 2. Also, the biggest one, Magic Johnson, 6'3", has 5. So you can't tell me that, when you're talking statistics, these analysts, I love them, I respect them. They do these things for clicks and for hits.
Right.
They got to get their statistics right. This is almost 35%.
Yeah,
Okay,
but hold on.
Yeah,
but there's a lot wrong there. Magic Johnson was not 6'3", he was like 6'9", 6'8". So Magic does not count.
Right, he was huge.
He was huge.
Right, he played center.
Yeah, Magic Johnson, you're wrong about. With all due respect, Vinny, I mean, it's okay. Tony Parker was never, he was great, but he wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
It was Tim Duncan into Kawhi Leonard.
I kind of forget he wasn't the 1A.
Yeah, look, the whole Becky Hammon thing, and we played it in case you want to hear every one of the clips of her opinion on Jalen Brunson, because that's become like a big barbershop conversation over the last few days. We played it at 12 o'clock if you want to rewind on the free Odyssey app. I'm not going to play it again. But she was digging deep into why she doesn't think the Knicks are a championship caliber
team.
And
it feels more like a shot at Jalen Brunson as opposed to – because at first it was like he's not a 1A.
Right, which is not true. He is a 1A.
Of course he is.
He's led a team to the NBA Finals. He's a 1A.
And then it became just short guards or short 1A, short 1As.
Short 1As winning an NBA championship with Allen Iverson and John Stockton and Steve Nash being the examples.
Yeah.
I think she has put herself in a Morashian corner. She has an opinion. She doesn't want to back down off of it. And so now the bar is he's got to win a title. Right. And if he wins a title, she'll say, okay, you got me. Prove me wrong. Congratulations.
Wrong. Yeah. Is it a Morashian corner or a Cartonenian corner?
Why are you putting this on him?
Well, when Craig has an opinion and he's wrong, he doesn't back down into a corner?
I mean, maybe he does, but I'm talking to you. Why are you pitting this on him?
Why
That's very Morashian.
No, the question is, why aren't you pinning it on him to begin with?
Because I've picked on him enough this week. I'm trying to move back towards you.
Okay.
I mean, how many times do you want me to invoke him and make fun of him?
By the way,
I'm invoking you right now.
I'm getting killed. You need to wear an L. You told me the Yankees are facing Bailey Falter tonight. They faced him last night.
Oh, isn't that what you asked?
No, I said, who are they facing again tonight? Because
they're facing Cam Cameron tonight. Noah Cameron tonight.
Noah Cameron. There we go.
Was correct. He was an opener. Right.
Thank you.
So why am I wearing it now? You asked me who pitched yesterday.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I said I wrote down Abbott. That's the Reds pitcher. Who the Yankees facing? Remind me quick, Evan. And you went Bailey Falter.
I'll wear an L, even though I shouldn't, because Noah Cameron's on my fantasy team. I know full well he's pitching
I got Ricky
tonight.
Ricardo all upset at me here. It's a whole thing.
And by the way, I'm not starting Noah Cameron. Yeah. He's got a 4.5 ERA, and the Yankees are mashing. But yeah, Noah Cameron's starting for the Royals tonight. He sucks.
Speaking of Ricky's walk-off Judge call was fantastic.
His walk-off what?
Judge's walk-off home run.
Gotcha.
Whenever that was against the Rays. That was a fantastic call by Ricky.
He's a stud, man.
He was great. It was in Spanish, so I didn't really understand a lot of it. It was awesome.
But it excited you as it was happening.
It was just the tone of it was awesome.
Nah, he's a big game performer, that Ricky Ricardo. Let's go to Jerry in Chester, New York. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, guys. Good talking. I just want to know, for the King of New York, okay, right now, to me, there is no king because we haven't had a championship in how long? If you consider anything, I think the only person who could be considered King of New York is Aaron Judge. I love the Yankees. I love the Knicks. I love the Giants. But to me, until someone brings that championship home, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
It could be Geno Smith this year. It could be someone. It could be freaking.
I mean,
it's pretty much the Mets.
It's been 15
but,
years. You're right. 15 years.
It could be Geno Smith. Look, I think the point is, and this is where I think Morashian is probably the right word to use for Becky Hammon. Jalen Brunson. I want everybody.
I'm sure she loves being compared to Sean Morash.
Yeah, she's finding out right now, and she's not happy about it.
Here's like, who the hell is Sean Morash?
But here's the Morashian thing that he's dealing with, and I want everybody Sean is dealing with.
Him. Right.
I want everyone to think about something for a second because I don't think it is sunk in. I don't think Sean understands it. I've had a tough time understanding it. I don't think most of the audience understands it.
That means I probably don't either.
The New York Knicks are in the NBA Finals.
Been 27 years.
It's been 27 years. They were in the abyss for a decade and a half. They were owned by James Dolan, Isaiah Thomas, and all the crap that went on. They're in the NBA Finals. And you want to know why they're in the NBA Finals? They're in the NBA Finals because in 2022, they signed a guy that most people thought was fine and okay
Typical
and
Nick
decent.
move.
Typical Nick move. He's not leading them anywhere. That guy came here, became a superstar, and has single-handedly is too strong. Let me strike that from the record.
Definitely.
Has been a huge part of leading them to the NBA freaking Finals. That's what this man's done. They're in the finals, and I know it's been 36 hours. I don't think people get it yet. The Knicks. The Knicks. Everything. Derek Fisher, Phil Jackson, Cleanthony Early, Quentin Richardson, David Lee's our franchise player, Amari Stoudemire and an extinguisher, trading the world for Melo, Jeff Hornacek, Steve Kerr doesn't want the job, Dolan's audio tapping people, Oakley's getting thrown out of the guard. Like, seriously, I can keep going. That franchise is in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
That franchise. That pathetic once LOL franchise is in the NBA mother bleeping NBA Finals. So, yeah, the guy who led him there ain't just a freaking king. He's a god. He is.
No, he'll be a god if he wins. He's king. I can concede that.
Oh, thanks.
If he wins, he's forever.
So did that rant move you a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Because I don't think people get it yet. Like, I think there's still a lot of...
This is coming from a Net fan.
No, because I'm real. I'm a New Yorker. I may be a Net fan and I may hate the Knicks, but that also gives me the perspective that this is a joke of a franchise who's not laughing anymore. In fact, they're laughing at you.
You can't even say they're a joke of a franchise.
No, they
anymore.
were.
They're not.
They're not.
Right.
They're a real team who built themselves in an incredible way, walked up the ladder slowly, and are in the NBA Finals. And if I would have gone onto a time machine and spoke to 2019 Sean Morash or 2019 Greg Giannotti or 2019 Craig Carton or 2018 Tiki Barber, and I said, hey, guys, I got a story for you. And you guys are like, what? And I said, so you're not going to win the lottery of 2019. Sorry, Zion's not your savior. You're going to draft someone at 3 who, by the way, you're going to trade. And then you're going to sign the son of Rick Brunson, that guy from Villanova. And he's going to be your hero. And you're going to trade for Karl Anthony Towns, and you're going to trade for OG Anunoby, and then you're going to freaking perform surgery on the Eastern Conference as you march to the NBA Finals. You guys would have thought I had 12 heads.
You would have said your primary ball handler is 6'2".
Right.
That's right.
And he's not 1A.
That's what I would have said.
Yeah. That's why the debate is over. He is so far and away. He's not a king. He's a god. That's where we're at now. And I get it. There's a finals. We'll see what happens. He has still done everything I just said, even if they lose. I know it'll be disappointing, and they got to win now. If they don't win now, it'll never happen.
If they don't
I
win,
get it.
is he beloved when he's done?
Yes. Yeah, that's done. That's over.
They beloved Melo. Of course he's beloved when he's done.
Well, he's not beloved universally by Knicks fans.
No.
There's plenty of Knicks fans that don't like him.
Yeah, it felt like he underachieved. There were teams he was on underachieved.
That's a generational thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to Jalen Brunson, no, he's universally beloved. I
think that's right. I think that's right.
Yeah. So that's what I don't think you, with all due respect, Sean, and I mean most of us still understand.
He's also like a serious person. Like sometimes you get these stars who aren't serious people. He's a serious person.
No, he is.
I'm so confused by the shrapnel I'm getting. I've credited this guy. I said he's going to be a god here. What are you looking for?
You haven't gone enough. Just call him the king, and we can all move on.
When he wins the championship, he's the king. Or win as many MVPs as Aaron Judge.
6 months ago, you said all he had to do was go to the NBA Finals, and you moved the goalposts. So until you move him back,
I moved the goalposts because you play these petty games. Let me pull the sound. We got to go. Tiki, wear it out. Sean, wear it out.
Because you said something. We should live by what we say.
What we say
shouldn't
is
just change it just because you decide to change it. That's what people do. That's why audio matters. That's why having proof matters. Otherwise, you just make up whatever the hell you want.
Both guys are great. One guy is greater in his sport than the other. That's why the other needs to win a championship.
Okay.
But that's why you take an L on this.
No, there is no L.
There is.
No,
that's okay.
Let's go to Joe in Woodland Park. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to throw a counterpoint out to you about this Aaron Judge and Jalen Brunson debate. Can we just talk about big moments in the playoffs? How many big moments has Aaron Judge had in the playoffs? I forget about championships. Obviously, it's an important factor. MVPs. Jalen Brunson, how many times does he make you jump up and down at your TV? I can't even count on one finger, on one hand, how many times Aaron Judge has done anything big in the playoffs in his Yankee career.
He's done it. He hasn't done it enough. Yeah. I think that's fair. Rose is in Queens. What's up, Rose?
Hey, how are you? So listen, I have a great way for Tiki to be able to wear a nail probably for like 6 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, don't hang up on me. The new season for The Secret at Skinwalker Ranch started. It comes on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. on the History Channel. You can stream it. These are all experiments that are going on to this very moment. Tiki, you are going to see things that you cannot explain.
Okay.
There are spaceships, wormholes. There is everything. And I will give you a call back next week and see if you have changed your mind regarding aliens
Yes.
in our...
Rose, you're my favorite. What do you got to that, T?
I mean, see, I think she's mixing two things up.
Here we go.
One,
Morashian goalpost changed by Tiki.
Not even that. I've never said there are not aliens. There are aliens. Clearly. I mean, hell, there are aliens on this planet. They're called octopuses.
Oh, jeez.
But they were here.
Okay.
An octopus with 3 hearts and 8 brains.
Evan, wipe that octopus off your face.
Right. Because octopus has 3 hearts.
I get you.
And 8 brains. It's like Doctor Who. But they're here. They didn't come from another planet.
So if they come from another planet, you will admit that you were wrong.
To me, an alien is someone is a creature that comes from another planet.
I'm with you.
My stance has always been they exist. We will never see them.
But what if we do?
But we haven't.
But what if we do?
This is the Fermi paradox.
Disclosure Week is coming out in a couple of days.
The Fermi
couple
paradox has all these planets. There is undoubtedly habitable planets in this, not in our solar system, because we know what our solar system is: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, not Pluto anymore, Neptune. There are no aliens on those planets, correct?
I can't definitively say that. We can't even see the dark side of the moon. We don't know, bro.
After you get past Mars, they're all gas. There's no surface, right? They're gaseous planets, right? We can agree on this.
Yes and no, but I don't want to get into the weeds.
Keep going. Mercury's too close to the sun. Venus is a dead planet.
No break.
I think the Russians or the Japanese or whoever it was, maybe it was the Chinese, sent a probe there. It died in 8 minutes.
Yes.
It's like this toxic atmosphere.
But if Rose is
Mercury,
right,
Venus doesn't work.
I know, but if Rose is right, that extraterrestrial life is proven. Are you wearing it now for 6 months?
Mars, they've had landers there. There's no life on Mars.
But if you're wrong, 6 months? That's what Rose said. I'm just listening to Rose. She's a loyal listener.
Yes, if we ever see aliens from outside of our solar system, and I'm just trying to explain to you how like impossible this is.
You know what's crazy? So Disclosure Day, is that what it's called? Disclosure?
Yes.
Is coming out real soon. It's a Steven Spielberg movie.
Mm-hmm.
Movies have kind of taken a hit over the last half a decade. Like, I don't remember that many times I've been excited to go to the movie theater.
Right. By the way, I saw the preview for that, and I was like, doesn't this feel like Independence Day?
It kind of does.
Remind me of
what?
Signs.
Yeah, true.
But those movies came out like decades ago. So even if it is like, oh, it's an Independence Day ripoff, dude, that movie came out in 1996.
I know.
That's okay. But it has been a long time since I've been excited to go to the movie theater. There are 2 movies coming out over the next month that I've already told my wife I am walking to the theater. I am so excited.
Me too.
You got 2?
For Disclosure Day?
Disclosure Day is 1.
The other's unanimous. It's going to break box office.
Really? Because the one I'm into,
Which one are you talking about?
You want to say it on 3, Evan?
There's no way it's the same one.
It's got to be.
Really?
Yeah, got to be.
It's about American history?
Sort of.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Toy
Young
Story
Washington.
5.
What?
Toy Story 5.
There's another Toy Story coming out?
Yeah, and it's about the toys going up against technology. That's what I meant to an American history.
No. American history.
Stop, Sean.
Are you guys serious?
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a new Toy Story
It
coming
is
out.
going to be the biggest blockbuster of the summer.
Okay, I'll ask my kids if they're excited. And if they are, I'll take them. The movie I'm excited about is Young Washington.
What's that about?
Young Washington.
Oh, George Washington.
What do you think it's about?
I don't know.
George Washington.
Why are we doing a movie on George Washington?
Why wouldn't we?
I don't know.
Why are we doing a movie about the greatest, one of the greatest Americans? I don't want to say the greatest. One of the greatest Americans, the man who walked away from power when he didn't have to?
Right.
I mean, I don't know. He's always worthy of a movie.
You got to
But
teach
it's
him how to walk away?
That's right. But it's young Washington, so it's more when he was losing all those wars. Because Washington was a big loser. He actually was. But that's part of what made him great. He had to learn from the losses.
How dare you mock me about Toy Story 5 and give us Young Washington? How dare you, honestly?
Why?
Because everybody in their car was thinking the same thing. He's got to say Toy Story. He's got to say Toy. And you go Young Washington?
You don't think that movie's going to be?
That sounds like straight to Netflix, bro.
It's not. It's going to make a lot of money.
No, it's not. In fact, it probably has already lost money.
It hasn't even come out yet.
Who's in Young? Who's playing George?
I don't even know.
I haven't even heard of that.
You haven't heard of that?
No.
Hold on a second.
I mean, one is a Tom Hanks movie, and you're giving me Young Washington?
Young Washington. All right. It comes out July 3rd. That's perfect, by the way.
There you go. 250 years.
Where else would you rather be but inside at a movie theater that weekend?
It's starring William Franklin Miller, Mary Louise Parker, Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, interesting.
Andy Serkis.
I do like Kelsey Grammer. I haven't seen him in forever.
That's a hell of a cat. Andy Serkis?
Yeah.
So they watched Frasier reruns and said, what's Kelsey doing?
William Franklin Miller is George Washington. Kelsey Grammer is Thomas Fairfax. That's awesome. Mary Louise Parker is Mary Washington. Dude, that's a movie. All I know is, and I respect the Toy Story, Tiki is going to try to respect disclosure for us. That's a lot of freaking movies that are exciting. That hasn't happened in years.
It has been a while.
It really has.
Since we've had a
time
blockbuster summer.
that we're
movies.
excited about
Right.
movies? Yeah, it's crazy. Anyhow, Carton Show's coming up next with Craig and Big Mac. If you missed any of our program, you can rewind it on the free Odyssey app or download the Evan and Tiki podcast. However you want to consume it, you can. It's easy nowadays. We will talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m., or you may talk to me later when I do a depressing Rico Brunia. Goodbye, everybody.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.